Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's episode of Critical Role, where a bunch of us nerdy-ass voice actors sit around and play Dungeons & Dragons.
We play Dungeons & Dragons!
Jesus. Before we jump into tonight's show, we do have some announcements to get through, beginning with our first of our sponsors, our friends at Hit Point Press. Sam.
Okay, before I do the ad for Hit Point Press tonight, some quick business. When I pitched the idea for tonight's skit, our producers called in our team of lawyers to make sure that it was going to be okay. After debating it for about 36 billable hours, the attorneys said yes, on one condition. I am supposed to read a small disclaimer at the beginning. Disclaimer. Tonight's advertisement, nor anything Sam ever says, has been approved, vetted, read, or dictated by tonight's sponsor. Hit Point Press has no idea what Sam will say, do, smear on his body, or consume through any orifice. Hit Point Press has never met Sam Riegel. However, in our legal opinion, if they did, they would ghost him. None of Critical Role's advertisers condone any of the following: plant fornication, hair mutilation, consuming wine with yogurt, surfer dudes, astronaut mockery, mouth stuff, hand stuff, feet stuff, football blood, or male-presenting nipples. The following skit is not recommended for children under 17, adults over 39, the elderly, Gen Xers, boomers, nerds, jocks, band geeks, floaters, otakus, stoners, sportos, motorheads, geeks, wastoids, dweebies, dickheads, or cats. Parental discretion is advised. Do not taunt Happy Fun Ball. Coastal flooding is in effect until sundown. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. All rights reserved. Okay, I'm ready for the skit. Go ahead, Ashley. Get yourself ready.
Okay.
And this is going to make Hit Point Press so impressed. Ready?
What?
Aim.
No. All right, here we go.
Here we
Well, I know we are out of time for this. Sorry, Sam.
Oh, really? What? Why?
Yeah, no, don't worry. I'll read the copy for you. So this episode is sponsored by Big Bads, a monthly booklet by our friends at Hit Point Press about boss monsters for 5th edition. The booklet includes details about their backstory, tactics, stats, and more for great monsters you can incorporate into any of your games. This month, meet Captain Fulmini. She's a vampire pirate who can harness the power of the high seas with an unquenchable thirst for revenge. Arr. You can find out more and sign up at bigbads.com, but move fast because you must sign up by the end of April to receive the Captain in all of her glory and get this in your rewards. So thank you so much to Hit Point Press, and Jesus Christ.
I feel like we had plenty of time to shoot an apple off.
No, we were real rushed.
Could have gotten it.
Real rushed. We had to get through this. A lot to talk about. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Hit Point Press. Our second sponsor tonight is Starcane. Sponsored by Penny Dragon Games and their newly launched campaign for Azendor's Vault of Tragic Treasure, which features 2 5th edition compatible books, STLs, and a lot more. Azendor's Vault, I believe that's pronounced right. Azendor's Vault is laden with magical items of the tragic variety to be used at one's own risk in your own games. They also have an original adventure, Order of Elemental Chaos, as part of their campaign, which features an item from the Azendor's Vault and introduces players to the elemental planes of air, fire, water, and earth before hurling them into the elemental chaos itself. And their first STL pack for creature encounters in Chapter 1, Plunder and Lightning, is free for all current campaign supporters. You can find everything and more about the campaign now over at bit.ly, that's bit.ly/CRPennyDragon, and use code CRITROLL10, one word, in the Pledge Manager to get $10 off your pledge of $100 or more. And our final sponsor for tonight, our friends at D&D Beyond, who've been with us since the beginning of Campaign 2. The official tool set of our show, an amazing online digital tool for keeping all the information about your campaigns, your characters, and everything in between. You can have up to 6 characters for free, and with a subscription, there is no limits to how many characters. I have far too many in there that I'll never have a chance to play. Many of you know my pain. Anyway, they're awesome. Check them out if you haven't yet. Thank you so much. Marisha, you have an announcement, I believe.
I do. Thank you for joining us live on Twitch and YouTube. To join us live on our moderated community chat, please head on over to Twitch.
All righty.
And
There's more.
tomorrow, almost, don't cut away. Join us for chill music and animation with Mighty Vibes. A new one tomorrow, April 9th at 4 p.m. Pacific on Twitch. And then on YouTube, the VOD will be available Sunday, April 11th. Yeah. The vibes. Now you can cut away.
There you go.
Oh, boy.
And to finish up, I believe we have some announcements from Laura Bailey. BAFTA award-winning Laura Bailey.
Yeah. I'm here to tell you that our Critical Role, why do I suck so bad at this? Our Critical Role version of Munchkin featuring the Mighty Nine, I wish I had it to hold up for you guys, but you can look at it online, is available now from our friends at The Op. Munchkin Critical Role is a standalone 172 card game with art and imaginative aspects from both Munchkin and Critical Role, with 160, I'm bad, custom illustrations from the incredible Elena Munoz and Tyler Hostetler. I said both those names perfectly. Seriously, the art, you've seen
art's
it all.
incredible.
It's amazing.
Pretty, super pretty.
It's available now at local game stores at the US, UK, and Australian Critical Role shops online, and of course from the Ops online shop as well. But wait, I have something else to say.
Oh, okay.
Our Vox Machina t-shirt, designed by Brian Weiss, is available in our Australian shop. That's it. That's what I got.
Look at that, you did it in one. Well done, Laura.
Thanks.
Well done. Proud of you.
Thank you.
She gets applause
you.
for some reason. We all did announcements. She gets applause. Okay. Sure.
I'll be at the end, Sam, and you'll get them too.
Well, I believe that's the end of our announcements. So let's go ahead and jump into tonight's episode of Critical Role.
The adventure begins. They were always beside you, your nerdy best friends, and the DM to guide you. And they rise from the flames for the battles ahead. Villains beware, 'cause you're about to be dead. They got magic and flair. They got falchions and cunning. They don't see over there. There's a monster incoming. Inspiration is waiting. Rise up, don't think twice. Put your fate in your hands. Take a chance, roll the dice. Can you answer the call? Digging deep in your soul as the legend unfolds. Now it's your turn to
Welcome back. So, last we left off, the Mighty Nine have made their way back to Eiselcross, intent to catch up to or cut off the Tomb Takers from their journey into the depths of the Aeorian ruins, the great city of mages from before the calamity that lies long buried beneath the ice and snow of the continent. You've convinced Essek Thalis, the Shadow Hand of the Kryn dynasty, to accompany you along this journey. Upon finding the hidden entrance the Tomb Takers had previously utilized, given to you by a successful divine intervention, you discovered that other strange magics were afoot nearby, as necromantic energies triggered, or at least your presence uncovered some undead frost giants. They attacked you immediately, did some battle, but you managed to, aside from Jester, get through fairly unscathed, and began to delve within the subterranean ruins themselves, heading through the tightly enclosed spaces, the ruined rock and frost, eventually finding a collapsed pit, and at the base of it what looked to be a long-forgotten ruined courtyard, and the first sign of this space, of the Aeorian civilization. Here, you messed around with some brown mold. You accidentally collapsed a tower. You began to plot some possible means of setting some traps for your quarry, and then found your way up a nearby hallway, familiar to some of the previous ruins you had come across. And as you took a moment to break near an intersection to rest, it was discovered a creature that had been stirred by your presence, crawling from the ceiling duct nearby, dropping into the ground, and preparing to attack you all. So, first, let's go ahead and figure out where you're placed.
Ooh.
So, looking here, Caduceus was right around this corner.
Yep.
Jester, you were kind
I
of...
was like against the wall.
Which one?
Sure, that one.
Alrighty.
Sure.
I had shaken Jester out of her communion. Right?
Oh,
Indeed.
that's true. So you were right next.
Ford would be right there.
Communion.
What is it called?
Commune.
Yeah, whatever.
That's close enough. Caleb, where would you be?
Not into the middle of the intersection, but right on the
Put
edge
that
of
wafer
it.
down.
Like right there?
Yeah, maybe a little more towards the center,
Right there?
and then back towards you. 10 feet?
10 feet there?
Yeah,
You got
I
it.
gotta be there.
Okay. Yasha.
Okay. Let's stand over by that other wall. The other just
Over here?
closer to you. No,
This
let's,
was the intersection that nobody had crossed yet.
We hadn't crossed
except
it yet.
For
That's
Caduceus
perfect.
began to look into it. So, whereabouts in here?
Yep, that's perfect.
Sure. There we go. Alrighty. Beauregard.
I'll be kind of also with the Team Caduceus party.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Look over here.
yeah, I guess.
Alrighty. Beth.
I seem to remember talking to Yasha, so near her.
Sure. We'll
Wow,
put
we
you
are
right there.
line, aren't we?
And we'll put
Well,
Essek.
we were kind of clumped. So.
Essek likely right there.
Hallway.
Hallway. Classic hallway shit.
Well,
Well. Ooh. Cool.
Oh, wait, it came from that direction?
yes. Because Caduceus looked back this way and then it dropped from the ceiling right behind you.
In that case, I curled around the wall.
You curled around this way?
Yeah.
And Matt,
Away from
just
it
out of-
then? You just noticed it and pointed it out.
Okay, then I haven't gotten fucking anywhere yet. Okay.
So we can get to that when we can.
Just out of curiosity,
Yes.
the halls we're in, is it stone or is it metal?
Best that you can tell, it seems to be mostly metallic on the sides. The floor seems to be made of stone. The ceiling appears to be metal plates, some of which are fallen and bent, like a duct almost. Weird. Well, I need you all to roll initiative for me, please.
That fast.
This combat drop brought to you by Dwarven Forge, by the way. If you want to become a master of battle maps like Matt Mercer, the best place to cut your teeth is Dwarven Forge's
Alrighty.
starter sets,
Okay.
which you can find at bit.ly/
25 to
Crit Roll
20.
DF.
22.
22. Clerics
Whoa,
first.
clerics
What the
first?
shit?
25 over here. Natural 20.
Beth
Oh, wait,
at
does
the
that
top.
mean magic happens? No.
Not
No.
for an.
Just your fast.
What's your
using it.
dexterity, Caduceus?
14.
Okay.
Who's at the top?
I have a higher dex than him.
All right, so Jester's going first. Write that down. All right.
Okay.
This trumpet is crazy.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's cool.
Alrighty. 20 to 15.
18.
Alrighty.
It's like experimental jazz.
Yeah.
I like it.
15 to
Battle
10.
music.
13.
All right.
What, that 13?
That's the
10?
thing, man. There's no time signature. No meter at all.
Yasha.
8.
Alrighty.
That's with advantage.
Oh.
Great start.
Oh, well, hopefully it's the last of the bad
Initiative
rolls.
is always below.
I know, like for both campaigns.
I know.
History
I
of the
don't know.
show.
It's
Well,
Canon.
Veth,
Canon.
you're top. As the creature,
Top.
you see its thick, kind of viscous saliva slopping onto the ground and then freezing in almost like crystalline structures as it hits. Its breath causing mist.
I don't know if it can take a swipe at me, but I will.
One way to find out.
I will bonus action disengage
Already.
and run away from it.
Whereabouts are you running?
Like 30 feet forward.
All right. About there?
I still have like a good shot at it.
Yeah. As long as Beauregard ducks, what she can do.
And I will hold my action until someone engages it. And one of my friends like goes into melee.
You got it. All right. Finishing Veth's turn, we have Jester's up next with Caduceus on deck.
Oh God, that's that fast. I don't
Yeah,
like
you rolled a
being
high
up
initiative.
early. No.
7:01 p.m. Here we go.
You know what would be a cool feature on D&D Beyond is if you could separate your spells into regular spells and bonus action spells.
You can.
You can.
Oh, you can? How?
This commercial for D&D Beyond brought to you by...
How?
You click on actions in the upper left-hand corner of that
Yeah?
big box.
Oh,
And then
bonus
bonus
action?
The
action.
tops are actions, and then you scroll further down, and it lists your bonus actions.
Oh, I have one bonus action spell? Wow, that go me. Okay. Okay.
It's one more than I have.
I'm going to
don't have any?
invoke
You should.
duplicity.
Alrighty.
I'm going to invoke my duplicate directly behind Randall,
It's for spells further down. Yeah.
Behind...
the monster.
Oh, the monster.
Okay.
It's listed
And
reaction, so I have no bonus actions. at the moment.
she's gonna be like,
Yeah.
because she can.
All right.
She's gonna make a lot of noise
Okay.
to hopefully distract them a little bit. And then for my bonus action, I'm going to cast a spiritual weapon
Alrighty.
right on top of him.
All right, towards the front, to the side, where do you want it?
Yes, right there.
Right there, you got it.
I'm going to try to hit him.
It looks like he just wants to hug
Who's
you.
after me out of curiosity?
29.
That definitely hits.
Bo. You should save the big gun.
9 points of spiritual unicorn, lollipop damage. This is just a little cute lollipop. It's
Just
just not
regular
a high level
you
lollipop.
got it. Alrighty. So as it peers, shears itself down, it strikes the sides of its hide, and you see it cuts through. A minor wound, but nevertheless, it shows some damage.
Nice.
It seems less interested in the noise of your duplicate at the moment, as it's now focused on the group of individuals to its front, but
Sure.
we'll see what it does in previous rounds. That finish your turn? Do you want to stay put, or are we gonna move?
I don't know what's around that corner, but I will try. Oh, God. I'll maybe back up 5 feet.
5 feet this way?
Yeah.
Okay, you are backing up into this large, like, broken board that kind of catches your back as you back up into it. Is that where you want to be?
Sure.
Okay. That finishes your go. Caduceus, you're up.
I'm going to cast Bless at second level. I'm going to throw it at you,
Hell yeah.
myself, you, and you, Sam. So Beth gets it as
Thank
well.
you.
I'll take it.
And
3, 4.
it does what again?
D4 to saves, D4 to attacks.
Cool, thank you.
Sorry, this is to Veth, to...
Wow.
500 hours later.
Literally my signature move. This is my Kamehameha right here.
What do I have as a bonus action?
Wait, so
Action,
Bo,
disengage.
Veth, and who?
Yasha and myself.
So 4 people.
Yeah, it's level 2.
We are a
so,
show about
okay,
memorization.
3 plus 1.
Got it.
And 1 for me so that I don't lose it by getting hit.
Professional.
You got it. Okay.
And I'm going to try and...
That's what Caleb does.
Well, where am I going to do?
That's amazing.
I'm going to try and I'm going to try and back up around the corner. Do I see anything around the corner, or?
If you want to go back around the corner, you'll know.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Okay.
That far.
That far? You got it. As you glance in, it is collapsed, and there is nowhere to go on that side. It is a enclosed pathway.
Okay.
That would have been a good place to be.
I will stay there for the moment then.
Okay.
As long as it doesn't, yeah, as long as it's clear. Go ahead.
All right, that finishes your turn. The creature now goes.
Oh.
It rolled a natural 20 for initiative.
Wow, a lot of that.
Yeah.
Hate it.
It's like there on the ground. You can see now it has 6 legs out of its body. These kind of like heavy, muscular, almost shorter lizard-like limbs that are shorter perspective-wise, but since this is a massive beast, they are close to 6 to 8 feet long each. As it kind of, as it's
left legs, though.
yeah, all of them. It's a little, it runs in circles. It's weird. As it sees the scattering, people begin to back up, and then people start drifting off to the side, and Caduceus ducks around the corner. It kind of adjusts itself up against the wall over here a bit.
Does it step away from my duplicates?
It does.
Does I get an opportunity attack on that then?
From the duplicate?
Yeah.
I don't know if the duplicate gets opportunity attacks. It's not considered a creature, I don't think,
Guess that makes sense.
unfortunately.
You know?
No.
Of course not.
Just go right there, I think. And as it backs up and like clings to the wall, you see like 3 of its legs that dig into the sides of the metal. You hear kind of creak into its grip as it holds it, the other 3 holding it there, and it backs its head into its chest.
Oh no.
As it begins to inhale, you see crystals of ice begin to appear around the corners of its toothy maw. And as it
Take a shot.
suddenly comes in with a pause and then extends this blast of bright white energy. As it coasts outward, it's an absolute 0 flash freeze in a cone.
A cone? But I ran away!
Soft serve or
Yeah.
Well, Essek made it out of it.
Chocolate dipped.
Mike, do I get
Waffle.
partial cover or no?
I will.
Just trying to specifically get cover there.
Yes, you do. So you will get a bonus to your saving throw.
Okay.
Oh,
So
we all have
I need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw. So it's because
Not Dex.
it's not Dex, it's Constitution, so you do not get a bonus.
Do I get
only to
advantage
Dex.
because I'm cold resistant?
No, you take half damage because it's cold resistant.
You get a D4 on that.
Yes.
Oh no.
What's going on over
All right,
there?
hold on a second. Hold on to those numbers.
I roll real low.
Really low.
Real low.
Added the D4. Added the
Oh,
D4. Added the
didn't.
D4.
Totally forgot. You
Okay.
just said it a
All,
few seconds
all
ago.
3 of you get a D4.
Ford, what'd you get?
15.
49 points of cold damage.
49?
Yes. Jester?
7.
49 halved, so you take 24 points of cold damage, and I need you to make Constitution. Oh no, you don't. Constitution check for your duplicate.
Oh, okay. I
9.
get advantage because of Warcaster.
49 points of cold damage.
Shit.
What do I add to it?
It's your
My
Constitution
wisdom?
saving throw.
My Constitution saving throw
Correct.
on this? 21.
21, not enough.
But I took half damage on the 40.
Oh, that's right. No, you took a half damage, and
bad.
the damage you took. No, you're right. So
bad,
it would
I
save. You're correct. Yeah, it's half to half.
This asshole.
All right,
Already?
Veth.
I was still in
22.
this fight.
22. All right, so you take half. You take 24 points of
24.
cold damage.
Oh, and because it's an
Really busy. Okay?
evade, do I evade? No, dexterity.
That's dexterity,
No,
so you
never
take
mind.
it. Yasha,
27.
27. So you
not
take
get
20,
short?
24 points of cold damage. Caduceus,
19?
Because you were
19.
Like
You take 24 points of cold
This
damage.
fight already, so
30 total.
single digits.
30 total. 24 points of cold damage. And with that, it's going to go ahead and skitter up the wall and begin to climb up its space. It is now upside down and over all of you right here.
Oh, no.
Does anybody get an opportunity of attack from it moving that way?
Nope, because the ceiling up here takes it out of your 5-foot range. It's about, well, at its size,
Well, I mean, it was moved past Ford. That was all I was.
it wasn't quite in melee
Okay,
before.
okay.
Matt,
So-
did we get an opportunity to finish our short rest, or did this guy burst into our short rest?
This guy would have burst into your short rest.
Okay.
Okay.
He did?
Then you're dead.
I did. I had already marked off all my healing. Oh, wait, no, that. We were taking a short rest. we were only doing
No,
the
yeah,
ritual.
That's
no,
right.
we did the,
yeah,
the
short resting
rest.
before.
Yeah.
So we're good?
You would
Yeah.
take-
Yeah, you would have taken your short rest before. This is just you doing your stopping to commune.
yeah,
you guys
yeah.
got that short rest in the previous chamber, so you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
So I would say, yeah, it is not, because it is a huge creature. It fills a lot of this chamber, even though it's up in the ceiling. So it's in technically melee with everybody in that space in the center, but it did not leave anybody's range.
May I fire?
You may.
Okay. Fuck.
Out of D4.
Oh, add a D4. 1. Okay.
Take it.
15.
15. You fire, and it actually hits the side of its shoulder and just shears off into the stone. It's tied too hard, and the bolt goes wide.
I'm just too cold.
Alrighty, that finishes its go. It is now Essek's turn.
Oh,
Yeah.
Essek is extremely unhappy about this.
Where's my pen?
He is going to.
Bum, 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 bum.
Okay.
We fight in a hole.
Sorry, I should have prepped this beforehand. All right. He is going to cast Magnify Gravity.
Ooh, that's Dunamancy shit.
Doing the Mancy.
He's going to go ahead and look up and seeing everyone get frozen goes, "Oh, this is not good." Puts his hand up, and as he closes his fist angrily kind of clutching it in front of him, you watch as the space just below the creature suddenly creates this black sphere that engulfs part of its kind of head and shoulders, and as it does, you watch the metal that it's holding onto begin to creak as it's trying to pull it down, probably onto some of you, but getting it off of the ceiling at the very least. So with that, the creature has to make a Constitution saving throw. With a natural 3, it does not succeed.
Incoming monster.
Okay. Takes 19 points of force damage.
Okay, good.
And
OS.
its speed is halved on its next turn, as it's currently like unable to kind of pull away. It's kind of holding it in place. So is it now they're locked in place, going, "Gah! Take it down!" And he's kind of clutching it there. That finishes. Asik is going to go ahead and back up away from here. Finishing his go. Bo, you're up. Caleb, you're on deck.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of do a wall run. I'm gonna run up the side of the wall. I'm gonna backflip. I'm gonna do like a 2 aerial kick as I flip backwards. That's real good. That's real good. That's a natural 19 on the first one for 21. Or sorry, 31.
That definitely hits, yeah.
And then the second one is a 13, 20, 25 total.
Both hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
7 plus 14. Okay. 14, 18 plus 7 is, what is that, 26 total?
26 for both of them?
Yeah.
You got it. Jump off the wall. Crack, crack! Hitting the side of it, but it still holds itself firm. The gravity kind of clutching it in place, and it's like...
And then I'll go ahead and flurry of blows.
Go for it.
Go ahead and do it.
This is full-on
Yeah.
Tifa combo here.
Just, just feeling it.
Yeah.
A pop. That was another natural 19. So 31 and 29 to hit.
Okay, both hit.
Okay, so 13 damage for one, and
Okay.
then 15 damage for the other. Rolled really good on all those.
Nice. All right.
And extract those aspects.
Okay. You notice the creature, as you're impacting its body and land, you can feel kind of the energy that you expanded into and pulled back from it. Surprisingly, to no one, it is immune to cold,
Yeah.
but it is vulnerable to fire.
Vulnerable.
Not bad. So I'm just gonna shout to the group, hit it with fire, Caleb.
Wow.
Don't
All right,
think
does that finish
you
your
have to ask him twice.
Do you want to move or stay put?
I will, can I just, if it looks like he's gonna crash, I just want to back up like maybe 5 feet to not be directly under him.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, you got it. All right, that finishes Bo's go. Caleb, you're up.
So Caleb is completely crusted over, hypothermia, can barely move, pulls out the cocoon in one hand and string in the other, and just sort of wavers in place. It's on the ground now, right?
No, it's still up there, but it's being slowed by the magnify gravity.
It's up top?
Yeah.
Shoves the string away and squeezes the cocoon, and you watch as his shoulders broaden out and he grows and grows almost as high as the hallway is, and there's a gigantic ape in the hallway now.
Oh, damn.
I had 7 hit points.
Yeah, probably smart.
Oh, yes. Calm.
Wow.
Calm.
Yeah. You are now like face to face with its toes. You are both kind of yin-yanged in the middle of this chamber, and you are almost as tall as the ceiling. Like you're almost pressed against it.
I had this blacklight poster.
Alrighty.
That's it. I'm not gonna move. I'm gonna stay right in his face, and that was my action. So
You got it.
All done.
Great. So that finishes Caleb's go. Ford, you're up.
Yes, I'll hear Bo call out, hit it with fire, and I will run up and take 2 swings with the Star Razor.
All right.
Now, can I get in a flanking position with it, with the gorilla on the other side for advantage on my swings?
It's tough right now. You can get into melee with it, but you can't flank it because it's on the ceiling.
Oh, right. Yes, I mean, details. Yes, two.
And you're like striking up like this to try and hit it. It's large enough that even though the ceiling is about 15, 20 feet up there, it's still within range.
Great. I'll take 2 swings. First one is a 29 to hit.
That hits.
Second one is a 23 to hit.
Both hit. Go ahead and roll
Amazing.
damage.
Fucking. God damn it.
What?
I was gonna use Searing Smite, but I have to do it before I hit whatever the fuck. Who gives a shit?
I'll let you do it if you want to do that. It's fine.
Yeah, I want to use Searing Smite.
You had
But it's a-
she called out.
it's a
we
bonus
got fire,
action.
Fire
Yeah, we knew what
thing.
you were going for.
It's fine. It's
Dingle.
fine.
Fuck.
Always takes a
If
minute
it-
to get in the groove.
Yeah. If it's in your actions, it's fine. If it's the next person's turn, then yeah.
14, 17 points of slashing damage
All right.
on the first one, and same thing. 17 again, and 7, 12. 21 points of fire damage.
21 points of fire damage. That doubles to 42 points of fire damage.
That's awesome.
And he is on fire
Okay.
at the start of every one of his turns. If he doesn't take a Constitution save to put out the flames, he'll take 1d6 fire damage.
You got it. He is looking real rough.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah.
Fire.
Extract
Fire back.
XPS.
Fire.
Alrighty. That finished your go forward?
Yes.
Yasha, you're up.
Okay. So, Holy Avenger in my hands. I will take some swipes.
Alrighty. Yeah, you are within melee.
Okay, first hit, I don't. Well, hold on.
You add a d4 to that.
I love
Okay.
Ashley after she takes a nap.
Oh, that's cocked.
She's just a little sillier.
21?
21 hits.
Dang. Okay. Here we go.
What are those
Ooh.
things? What just happened?
These are those little,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
um,
Shard dice.
holy moly. Oh my god, my math is just so bad. Okay. That would be 38 points of damage for the first hit.
Okay. How do you want to do this?
Okay.
That's usually not a good thing.
No.
Yeah, I know.
No, it's just an easy one.
All right. So I'm gonna stick the since he's on the ceiling. I just kind of want to somehow get near his belly and just like slice him all the way down to the tail.
Okay. Well, at the magnified gravity that Essek is currently holding on, you can see is kind of drawing it down off of its perch. And as it's holding onto the ceiling, trying to find a way to clamber away, itself extremely hurt and on fire and kind of screeching at the sense of the flames around it. The gravity pulls one half of its legs off the ceiling, exposing its belly. And you take that moment to just right across. Its innards, this pale white, colorless look to its organs just spill out and hit the ground and immediately freeze over as they impact. The body onto the ground.
Viscera.
Still in fire. Bye-bye.
Boy.
Super easy, guys.
Well, yeah, that felt
That was too easy.
too easy.
No, I
There's gotta
missed.
be more of them.
All right.
Or...
So finish your turn, Yasha?
Yeah, I think it's that one. There's one cockroach.
Okay. Moon Rage,
Okay.
just in case, because I didn't do it.
We are in
Go into a rage.
initiative still.
Yeah. But Yasha's the end of the initiative round, so. All right, that finish your turn?
I'm gonna stab him again because I can.
Go for it. Go for it.
Yeah, don't trust it.
Go for it.
This is too easy. I don't understand. That hits because that's more than 21.
Yeah, that definitely.
He's
Okay.
also dead.
But he's also dead. So
Is he?
Roll some damage.
okay. That would be. That's 10, 17, 18, 19, 20. 28 points of damage.
Okay. As it hits the ground, it gives out this death screech, this and just collapses as you stab its body one more time and pull out the blade. And you hear from further down the hall this way, at the top of the initiative order, crawling quickly,
Oh, jeez. I didn't like that sound.
Yep.
another one screeches around. It looks like a partner of some kind.
All
to the
monitors,
original one.
slow down.
So,
Oh, a partner.
Oh, no.
Why you gotta say it like that, Matt?
hey, it attacked you
Gonna
first.
be mad.
They have identical tattoos on their
Very
arm.
prominent.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very
I
prominent.
lost forever.
There's a wedding band on the third hand.
Veth, you're up first.
Oh, but I don't even see this thing yet, do I?
No, you heard it, and you turn around and you can see over your shoulder. It is now visible around the corner.
Okay, but I wouldn't get any sort of sneaky thing.
I might not see you.
There's a big cone coming out of it
Sure.
in about 2 seconds.
You're totally right about that. I will. Did it see me? I don't know what it sees. Ew, it's gonna blast us with ice again, isn't it? I want to run away. All right, I will fire. Let's see here. I don't want to use any of my spells. He's trying to
No,
soften us
he
for
is.
the later
Yeah.
stuff.
This is practice about conservation of energy.
I'm not gonna fall for it. I'm not gonna use my spells. I'm just gonna fire a simple simple crossbow bolt.
Go for it. Roll for an attack.
Okay. No sneak attack. Natural 20. That'll help. That'll help.
Yeah.
2 plus something. 8 points of damage, but it fires again automatically
Indeed.
for 22 to hit.
That also hits.
Another 9 points of damage.
Nice.
And then knowing what it can do, I'll fire a third time. Bonus action.
Go for it.
23 to hit.
That hits. Roll damage.
Another 10 points of damage.
Nice.
And now I will use my movement to go that way, as far away as I can, and hide in the corner.
Get up into the rubble here in the
Yeah,
corner of
and
this
maybe
space.
put some rubble
Just like
on top of me.
bury yourself like Arnold and Predator. You got it. Alrighty, finishing Veth's go. Next up it is Jester with Caduceus on deck.
Okay. I'm going.
You just barely you almost got crushed as it fell to the ground as Yasha sprays part of its innards across the way and a little bit kind of across you. You can feel the cold sensation. You hear the screech and look over as that creature just rounds the corner after dropping off of the wall.
Fuck.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna send my duplicate forward as far as she can go, which is 30 feet.
Right.
So probably just yeah,
Not there.
that's good. Me personally, I'm going to fire a Toll the Dead at it.
Okay. That is a Constitution save or a Wisdom?
That is a wisdom save.
Wisdom save. That is a 10 total.
Ha! That means it takes 3d12.
It has not been wounded yet.
This spell's one die when you reach 5th level.
Wait.
What am I?
Yeah.
I'm 11th.
Didn't I wound it a bunch of times?
Oh no, I'm saying. I'm dumb.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
3d12.
My brain. My
Which
apologies.
is here, here, and here. I never get to use my 12.
No.
Crack it out.
Why I said that.
That's a 20. So, I'm like, ooh, 16. Hold on.
On a d12. I've been
9
there.
plus 11 is 20. Plus 1 is 22.
22 points of damage to it.
And a giant bell envelops its head and
Rings inside of it like a Looney Tunes cartoon.
Yes.
It's like
And then I am going to duck behind, lay down on the ground and duck underneath the body of its partner, its dead lover, and try to block myself from whatever cold blast it sends out.
I would like you to make an athletics check to see if you can push under its massive, heavy frame.
As you go down there, you see a pouch full of love letters that they've written to each other in poetry.
That would be a 9.
A 9. You are trying to move it, but this is a massive creature, and you get like an arm under it for now.
Okay.
Okay. That finishes Jester's turn. Caduceus, you're up.
It's just this big.
Okay.
I know.
How far would I have? Can I see the thing yet or no?
Yes, you can. You have line of sight to it.
Okay, I'm
Is
just
it
gonna take a basic basic as hell sacred flame at it.
Sacred Flame? Wisdom or Dex save?
Dex save.
Ooh, 18?
18.
18, so it does make the save.
So 13. 19 halved.
All right.
Do you get to do damage even though he makes a save?
Sacred Flame, I think, is half damage or no
Yeah,
damage?
wait, yeah, it's.
I think
Wait.
if you make the save, you don't do any damage.
Yep, never mind. No damage at all.
no
You're
damage
right.
You got it.
That flannel is affecting you.
We're all a little fried at the moment.
I didn't know because Grave Clerics sometimes have cool
Yeah, I
things
have
that,
like weird shit.
Yeah.
I'm then going to back off into the corner, the far corner, as far as I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get the one space you would have is currently occupied by a vet.
This is my mound of rubble. Get your own.
All right.
All right.
Or use your body to block me. But
Get away from me!
See, as the creature now scurries around.
no, it sees its lover down.
Over
Oh no.
and is going to, looking at the giant ape in front of it, unleash another.
Oh boy, here we go. Here we go.
That gets everybody.
No, the smarter
This
move
way.
instead of burying myself would have been to run away. That would have been a smart.
Everybody.
Everyone always wants to hide under the bed.
Yeah.
No, I should have moved.
I feel like you should get a cover bonus.
Stay.
I don't know.
I don't know. Oh, a Constitution saving
Oh, we have to
throw?
save, right? Throw?
Yeah.
You got a D4.
Indeed, saving throw again.
New
Constitution.
dice. New dice.
You got a D4.
Come on,
17.
Okay. Ooh,
Roll 20 on the new dice.
And a D4.
Nice.
25.
So 26 cold damage.
Okay.
What'd you get?
17.
17 just succeeds. 26 cold damage.
13, because half.
Correct.
7.
7. That is 52 points of cold damage.
Ooh, are you okay?
15.
15?
Oh, that's
52
right,
points of
you're a
cold
gorilla.
damage.
5.
Okay.
Yes.
Old dude.
Beauregard.
Thank God.
31.
31. 26 points of cold damage.
If I was human right now.
Anyone hurting bad?
Caleb when he's not a gorilla.
Well,
Yeah.
Caleb's a
And
gorilla.
then it's going to go ahead and use the rest of its
Oh,
movement
great.
to scurry back into this space defensively. That's going to end its turn. Next up is Essek. Oh, Essek also, I need to roll for him too. He did not make a save. Ooh. He takes 52 points of cold damage.
52 points.
Baby boy.
Yeah.
Right?
We all took. Oh.
You succeeded on your save, so you took half, which is
okay?
26.
Sure.
Yeah. So he's he's half hit points in one in one go.
Will you point to him on the map? Got it.
Yeah, but it's a 60-foot cone. This thing goes quite a ways.
Near the ape.
Angrily.
look at
What an angle.
That's cool.
Love it.
That's a great angle. Holy shit.
That's amazing.
That's everything I ever wanted.
Put a bone jaw in his hand. as a weapon.
Could you make a concentration check for me, Laura, if you don't mind?
Oh, with advantage because of Warcaster. 16 plus my con save, so 20. So I'm fine.
Yeah, you're fine. Okay.
Thank you for the reminder. I'm sorry, I forgot.
It's all good. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, Essek is going to go ahead and you can just barely see out of the corner there. Everyone's kind of clustered in the middle, and he's like, I can't get him free. He's gonna go ahead and use a 3rd level magic missile to just arc around at it.
Interesting. The old magic missile.
Tried and true.
Okay. As all these little beams of force begin to appear at the ends of his fingers and the one in the palm, they kind of gather into these small, kind of condensed balls of purple-blue energy before they all spiral out, arcing through everyone like anime missiles. Through the nooks and crannies, and then exploding on the side of the creature as it kind of withdraws even further into the hallway. And with that, Estes going to go ahead and run and put his back against the other wall on the opposite side, going and like dust some of the icicles that have gathered on the edge of his mantle. Beauregard, you're up. Caleb, you're on deck.
Okay, where am I?
You are over here on the opposite side of the dead
you.
creature.
Yeah, I can get to Randall too, right?
Likely, it depends. You want to go over the body or around it?
Over it.
Okay, so using the corpse as a stepping point over, that'll put you just enough movement to get up to where
I
it is.
imagine it was like a vault, a one-handed
Yeah.
vault over. Yeah,
You know,
something real cool.
like it's a Cadillac, but it's not.
Yeah,
Okay.
you'll get there. Just enough.
Oh, pop.
Go for it.
Bob.
Ooh, my luck might be coming up. Okay. Oh, wait, you're right. I have D4s.
D4s.
Okay, so that's 12. 12 plus 7 is 19 plus,
Math? Oh, fuck.
for the first one, plus 1, so 20 total.
Actually, remind me, Caduceus, you took damage last turn? No, that's right. You were out of the range.
I'm on it.
20 and 21.
20 and 21 both hit.
Okay. And oh no, my eye is twitching. Oh no. Shit. The first one is 13 points of damage, and the next one is 15 points of damage.
Nice. All right. Rushing around over the body using the momentum as you rush down into it. Whack, whack. Both hits impact it, and you see it now kind of as you come towards it, trying to defend itself, putting up its front legs almost defensively with its claws out, and you just maneuver around and hit it twice. What else are you doing? That was your action.
Man, I really want to save my shit. I'm going to move to the side. Can I kind of move this way around it?
You are pretty much at your movement to climb over
I've
it.
already done all that. You're right. I will do nothing. I will wait.
Okay. Bonus action, nothing?
No.
You get a free one hit for a bonus action.
Oh, that's right, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll punch it.
There you go.
I'm always used to spending key points on stuff.
Yeah, you just get one instead of two.
Don't trust him, Marisha. He's still fucking with you.
I know. He knows what he's doing. That hits. That's 28.
28 hits.
And that's
Everything this way, Beauregard, this area is also collapsed inward.
yeah.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
Answers our question.
Yeah. 10 damage.
10 damage. Alrighty. Now it finishes your go?
Yep.
K-Blub.
Pleb, yes.
Yes.
So K-Pleb just took this giant blast of ice cold, and he is a white giant ape with auburn speckles all over him, and as soon as he takes that blast and watches it skitter away, he just watches it go. And I also see Beauregard run up, so I'm going to arc slowly in a circle around to the side of this tiny-ass motherfucking monster's face. And I'm not going to use both hands, I'm going to go...
Just gonna cartoon like Popeye wind up? Hell yeah. Go for it.
First attack is a 18 to hit.
18 hits. Ford, you're on deck, by the way.
Second is higher, 25 to hit.
Both hit. Go and roll damage.
Okay. So the first punch does 15, 19, 25 for the first.
Nice.
And then 10, 15, 21 for the second.
What on
So good.
And then I'm just going to breathe hard in its face for the rest of my turn.
As you heavily breathe, it breathes back. the slobber extending with that same kind of like white-blue blood pouring out of its mouth. It's looking pretty hurt. All right, that finishes your turn, Caleb. Ford, you're up. Yasha, you're on deck.
I will move up so that I have a line of sight, so I can see him, even if it's only a square or two that is needed.
You can get about there, and you can have a very clear view of it. As Beauregard is kind of defensively handling herself below it and to the side, the giant ape is just pummeling it into the wall repeatedly.
Excellent. I will take the glove of blasting out that hasn't seen some action in a minute.
Roll back.
And I will fire 3 rays of fire into its chest.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Roll for an attack on each.
15, that's 25 to hit.
That hits.
Second one is 16 to hit.
16 misses.
Okay, and the third one is 22 to hit.
2 of them hit, so that's 4d6, I believe?
It's 2d6.
Each hit.
Yes.
So 2 of them hit, so it's 4d6 total.
That is 6 and 5. So 11 points of fire damage.
Double to 22. Ford, how do you want to do this?
Hey! I'll just take a glass.
Two throwbacks.
As you pull the glove and the blasts go free, one of them just manages to miss as it pulls back from the blow that the giant ape Caleb had knocked into it. The other 2 impact the side of its neck and the middle of its belly, and as it does, the flames catch and begins to shriek as you watch its flesh begin to burn. It backs up all the way into the corner, trying to look out and defend itself from the pain that it's feeling, but the flames are too bright and it cannot see, and you watch it thrash for a bit before it slowly just stops moving in the flames. Its body just kind of burns in the far corner.
Yasha!
Well, it's dead.
You better stab
That
it
never
again.
stopped you
I'll
before.
fucking stab it.
Wait, last time you stabbed it, another one showed up. Maybe that's what did it.
Too late. Okay, that total would be
Okay.
19.
19.
Yeah.
Okay,
Does that hit?
that hits. Roll damage.
It's me, the third creature in this open relationship.
How close
Out
am I?
comes its child like,
You can rush over.
I don't know where I am on the map.
Okay,
There
I
we go.
cleaned my room.
You can, we'll say you can get over there.
I'll just since it's already dead, I'll just kind of like poke it.
Okay. You're poking through the flames, by the way. Its body is engulfed in fire at the moment.
Great.
And you're like,
Just kind of half-heartedly.
okay.
Ugh.
All right.
I mean,
add it up.
okay.
Make up a number.
You roll it, you add it.
Dead.
Let's go with 25.
Sure. Okay, stabbing through the crackling flames, its body just goes more and more limp as it eventually expires.
He's dead.
All right, so that finish your turn?
Well, maybe I better prep for, another one.
Oh, we're still in initiative?
We're still in initiative.
I was fucking around.
Doesn't mean nothing. Be okay.
I'm gonna hold my action, the rest of my turn. Can you do
Well,
that?
you've already done your action to attack, so.
My second action. Can I hold my second action?
Nah.
Second breakfast?
Yeah, second breakfast. I'll stay.
Okay, there's a giant gorilla next to you.
I'll give him a little scritch.
Okay. All right, top of the combat round. Back to Veth. As you and Caduceus kind of quietly keep yourselves there, engage the tension there, looking around the chamber. The silence, other than the crackling of the flames of the second creature burning in the corner. A moment passes. A few more. You begin to loosen up a bit, feeling that perhaps whatever this encounter was has come to a close.
Is there
A fart like a Mack truck comes out of the air.
Is there any brown mold in this hallway? For the fire?
You can make a perception check.
Oh.
18.
Oh, you sneaky bastard.
21.
21. There is a bunch of black mold on the back edge of this hallway that you can rapidly see now is shifting in towards the flames from the corners of the wall, and you watch as it begins to move inward. The fire that has engulfed the creature begins to be snuffed out. Something is consuming the heat from it as the mold expands.
Gotta move.
Gotta move. This was supposed to be our ambush point.
Later.
Later.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Moving on. The more we fight, the more we're gonna just get hurt.
Yep. This is a crap ambush point, by the way.
Not this hallway, the big room that we just came from.
Yeah.
Yes.
We should at least get out of this room while the brown mold's doing its thing.
This is a really bad ambush place?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's a crossfire.
That's, oh. Okay.
You get caught up in love.
Alrighty.
Okay.
So wait,
But there is another big chamber that we moved out of. We're like, this is just the hall chamber.
Correct. A number of minutes back that way is the large chamber you guys had dropped into with the fallen tower.
That's where we had talked about.
That's where you were discussing
setting a sigil, land in.
Right.
And they turn. We're stuck.
In my opinion, we set the sigil and keep moving down to see what this place is.
Well, the
we end up
sigil-
chasing them. I don't want to be surprised.
The sigil's the one, Jester's sigil is the one that we want to make sure we're there for. We could set the Intuit charges if we feel like we can kind of continue to set traps along the way. I feel like it almost starts with Intuit charges. Inuit.
Into it.
Not really.
Inuit.
Not that. Yeah, okay. Intuit charges and then ending with, the big thing that you have. I'm distracted. Symbol.
Yes.
Reminded me of a thing.
Member of the indigenous people of northern Canada.
That's Halloween ever.
Alaska. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was pretty sure I knew about it. For sure.
Okay.
Okay, so what do? We keep moving forward, or... And the brown mold is on its way in. It's coming in.
Unless someone's got some ice.
For clarity, which direction is the brown mold bleeding in from? From where we came, or from?
No,
where
the brown mold was what he saw was actually kind of piked up in the corners here, and it just expanded to kind of swoop into where the fire was.
Forms in those.
As you step back,
just like
it doesn't follow you. It just goes to where the heat is of the flames. Now you've walked through a decent, beyond 10 feet from brown mold, and it didn't pursue or didn't do any damage to you.
Okay.
That was what Essek had kind of burned that path into the initial chamber. And only when that flame happened did it actually move to encompass it. So you gather, based on the two interactions, that body heat doesn't cause it to move. It just causes it to, if you get too close, to try and absorb your heat. It's open flame, extreme heat, that causes it to actually expand towards it.
Ooh.
Okay, so we can just back away from the fire and we'll be okay.
Yeah.
The fire is out now, and the brown mold has expanded beneath and over the body. And you can see now it just looks like an awful moss man figure. It's just covered in dark fuzz.
All right.
Shall we see what's beyond this?
I guess.
Yeah, we at least get a look, and then if we're like, whoa, now it's getting real complicated, we can set the booby and keep moving on.
Okay.
You can set the booby. Let's do it.
Okay.
I like that.
So we're gonna walk forward through the non-dead-endy hallway.
Alrighty.
Once the group clears out of the way, Caleb's gonna grab the mate by the tail and drag it and shove it in with its dead partner
That's a good idea.
in the side portion.
Okay, good call.
Awesome.
And his legs and keep spilling back out. He's like, "Rrr."
Perfect.
Stay in there.
Caleb!
He's good. He's in there.
Go to sleep. Alrighty. So could I have a marching order as you all continue onward?
Do we need, can we see brown mold on our path ahead of us? Do we need Essek to...
Or just kind of avoid it in 10 foot.
He himself has kind of gathered his breath and goes, I am willing to carve anything we see, just point it out to me, and I have it at my disposal. This is a very rudimentary spell.
You can say cantrip. We understand magic.
Yeah.
Cantrip.
Caleb walks over and palms Essek's like almost entire torso.
Oh, careful when
He looks over at Caduceus.
I'm aware. I'm just waiting for a
Don't like
moment where
this.
you're back to normal, and it's just easier for me to do everybody.
If you
more.
don't...
Holds out to Jester.
Yes, I understand. Put him down,
kind of
Caleb.
pats the finger and goes like, you can put me down, Caleb, please.
Well, that works too.
He's like clutching on.
He doesn't think clearly when he's an animal.
Evidently.
You look really cool up there, though.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's a good look.
Giant ape. This is great.
Yeah.
Once we're somewhere else where we can take 10 minutes, you can finally do that, and I can finally do what I need to do to bring everybody up.
Yeah.
All right.
Whoever needs it.
What's the marching order? You have there's about a 25 plus space here, so you can kind of go as a group if you want to, or you can go in any sort of line up to like 4 in a row if you want to. Your call.
I mean, I could try to take another 10 minutes and do it right now
You can.
in like the little
Trying
alcove
to
over
commune to ask some questions. Is that
there.
right?
Yeah.
Sure.
One of them was.
Oh yeah, they were good too.
Yeah, they were. Is there another doorway in the courtyard
Right.
that leads to the
Somewhere else?
Somnovum?
Right.
Have they
right,
beaten us
right.
here? I think was.
Have they already gotten here?
And where they are, right? Or if they're behind.
I can't ask that because it has to be yes or no.
Yes or no.
Have they already gotten here? And if, depending on the answer to the first question, is the Somnovum ward straight ahead?
Are they within 12 hours of us?
Ooh,
That's a good one.
okay. Well, that could be the other
Yeah.
follow-up.
But that doesn't.
24 hours.
That could be in front or behind us, though.
True.
That doesn't help.
If they're not in front of us, though.
I could also ask if Ikitong is following us here too, if he's close by.
Good questions.
You want to do your?
I mean, I can try. Should we all like bunker down in this little alcove on the other side, away from the
Sure.
moldies?
Just-
You were on that side. There was no
we
moldies.
could go into the other room. Someone stands guard with you while you set up, and then we can still explore at the same time since it takes 10 minutes.
That's fair.
Sure. I just am afraid there's going to be another giant monster once we walk down this hallway. But
Someone
sure.
will stay with someone. Someone
Okay,
will stay
yeah.
with you.
You want to stay? All right. Let's chill, and they walk.
Move forward.
All right. Who's moving forward?
I think we're following Grape Ape.
But some people are staying behind with Jester.
Yeah, you
No,
two
no,
are staying behind.
we're all going into the next space.
I thought
Oh,
you
you're
just
talking.
said.
I
we're-
thought Jester was talking about doing it right here.
Yeah, I was saying. I
Oh,
was gonna,
sure, either one.
yeah, that's what I was saying. I was
All
going to do it
right.
right here.
Just wait 10 minutes. Anytime we wander off in the
let's
middle
wait
of
10 minutes because
something.
then I can also heal some people.
Yeah, it didn't go so well on the fire plane.
Yeah.
Just an extra 3 minutes on the fire
It's
plane.
literally,
Could've
it's
made
so fast. I'm
world.
just going to do the ritual, and 10 minutes go by.
Yeah, I'm gonna heal a bunch of people too. Who needs healing really badly?
If you do not mind.
I wouldn't.
One.
I wouldn't say no, but
I mean, I could use some if you want to throw it on me while I'm. Blink,
I need some.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4,
an Essek.
5. Essex in there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll wait for you and I'll do you special later because you've got a and I'll get myself. So okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you're fine, I assume. Or
I mean, technically, I could be okay.
okay, we'll work on you two
Nope.
later. Okay,
If we take
so
a full
everyone
short
takes.
rest, I'll drop it now. I know what. I know.
Oh, that's pretty
If I
good.
did, I would.
Right.
Because I can't use any magic right now. I'm just a big dummy.
Right.
That's 23 points to. I rolled really well. To
Thank you.
Still smarter than Grog.
everyone who.
Much appreciated, Mr. Clay.
Anytime, just trying to pick everybody up a little.
Thank you, Mr. Clay.
In this together.
All right. And you're communing, and who's keeping watch?
I can
We're all kind of
watch.
there.
Okay. Well, whoever wants to roll for perception, go
I
for
can't
it.
because I'm casting. So.
Well, it's over a 10-minute period.
Oh,
How long is your casting for that?
10
spell?
minute.
Oh, yes, you're casting, so you can. So somebody else has to.
Well, you want to? Does your perception suck?
It's not great, but I can. I'll assist you.
Great.
Yasha said she was going. Okay.
Oh, you're Yasha.
Well, then Yasha, you go, and then you go.
No, you just rolled.
You rolled
I
once.
did. I'd rolled
You
once.
roll once now too.
And then I roll once.
Yeah.
Hopefully you did better than I did.
16.
No, 16 for me too.
All right. As two of your compatriots are finishing their short-term rituals, glancing around the space, you can hear that very faint sound of the brown mold shifting. You glance over, it's not moving closer or expanding, it's just continuing its covering of the body, including the one you threw over there.
That's great.
But it stays put. You don't hear anything else. You feel pretty comfortable and confident that at the moment things are still. You are attempting a commune. Alrighty. So as you finish your ritual, you sit there quietly with your eyes closed and once again hear the gentle voice in your ear, left ear. Yes, my dear.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Okay, I have some questions for you. If you can just take a little gander around, all right?
I'll do my best.
Can you float into the courtyard and see if there's any other entryways that we missed back there that could potentially lead to the Somnovum Ward, that do lead to the Somnovum Ward? Because you're all knowing.
Well, I'm confused as to what you're asking. What is your question?
Back in the courtyard? You know, the icy room with all of the brown
Right,
mold?
yes.
Were there any other, hallways, entrances that we missed that led to the Somnovum Ward?
In that chamber? No, that seemed pretty standard fare of one way to go.
Okay, that's good, because we didn't explore it completely.
No, of course not.
Okay, I have a second question for you. The Tomb Takers.
Oh yes, those strange folk. Go on.
Are they less than a day behind us?
Seems about right, yeah.
Less than a day.
Way to
Could mean 1 minute.
combo that question. Oh, that was good. Yeah, it's good.
They're eager beavers, that.
They suck. And we're doing all the killing for them. Last question. What do you think? This is not a question for you, it's a question for them.
I'll just wait. You just hear the voice in your ear again.
Should I ask him about Ikithon? Or should I ask him about, how far deeper is the Somnovum Ward sort of shit?
Well, that's not a yes or no.
And yeah, I could try to frame it like a yes or no, though.
I think Geeky-thon is the way to. I think we're gonna get hit where we're gonna hit, and knowing that we're moving.
Ikithon? He's an ape.
Apparently.
You.
Make a perception check.
21.
21. Oh man, it's hard to do whispers here.
Right to the left.
Text it.
I'm doing that.
Text it, but
love it when you text
use
the
Siri to dictate it.
Did I spot giant bananas? Yes or no?
Brendan Fraser.
All right.
How should I phrase this? Iggy is following us, yeah, so is he also?
I'm sorry, I didn't get that. What was the question?
Mumble your.
You know how when you had an essay due and you didn't know how to spell something, so you'd write in cursive kind of sloppily and hope that they thought that you knew how to spell it?
Yeah.
Nope.
Nope, not at all.
No.
That's smart though.
Well, we
I'm with you.
just
Everything else
the
is
first
plain
letter of
text
the last.
except for
Trent Iggy and crew.
Mm-hmm.
Are they gonna catch up to the Tomb Takers and us in the next 24 hours or so? It's a different question. What do you think? What do you think? I mean, you can see them, I'm sure, wherever they are.
What do you think? I'm a god or something?
Well, you have so many powers. I know you can fly around.
I do. You're
so much
not
shit.
wrong, but pieces are moving at different speeds, my darling. It's I mean, they certainly seem intent on you, but I don't see them quite hot on your heels.
Okay. Well, that's good to know too. Okay. Cool. Do you want to hang out with us for a while? We're just gonna be
No, just keep an eye from
Okay.
a distance. You just keep hearing the voice kind of whispering, as it does.
All right. Feel free to save us if we all start to die.
I will. Don't worry.
Okay. We're fine, you guys. We're safe. Archie's got our bag.
So,
I doubt it.
so they're almost here,
He said they were within a day.
which could mean
It could mean like 2 hours from now.
Moments.
It could mean, it could mean if we went to
should we-
sleep right now, we could all get a full
we
night's rest.
radio. Should we radio the guards? Just make sure they answer. What if they're all dead?
Sure.
It's a good idea.
That is a good idea.
Oh, Essek
quiet.
has the stone, right?
He pulls the stone out. This is Shadowhand. I am inquiring as to the exterior
hand to
perimeter.
woodchuck. Shadow hand to woodchuck.
Woodchuck.
They haven't seen anything yet. They are keeping a very close watch, but it seems to be clear at the moment.
Should have given him a code word. That's not the Rangers.
I don't think it's that deep.
All right.
You keep heading down.
I guess so.
You want to set the booby or you want to keep heading down?
Say let's set the booby, then keep heading down.
How many boobies do we
Just
have?
one.
Yeah.
Just the one.
Just one.
Just
We
one
have
booby.
Oh, we found out that we just have one booby? I thought it was
Well,
two.
we had two.
Jester has one
I have one booby.
thing, one
But
charm.
don't we have, as a group, we have more than one booby, right?
Yes, but
There are 3 or
One that
4
works here.
in
If,
Yeah.
if you set off one booby, though, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm an ape. This is just Liam talking. One booby could potentially knock out, like a hunk of somebody's total hit points. But if it's the only booby going off, then they'll just use some hit dice and refill. Wouldn't you want to chain them so that it could
That's-
potentially max out over their totals?
yeah, I think all of the boobies in the same area
I
would
do
be
too.
the best plan, rather than little by little.
So is that all of the boobies, including us ambushing?
Yes,
Boob,
I think
boobed
so.
and ambush?
I think all the boobies we hide.
Okay.
But that's just me.
Are we scouting forward a little bit more?
I would scout forward a little
Let's
bit
do
more.
it.
think we
Let's keep
should.
going.
Let's do it.
Very well. Lead on. What is the order?
Alphabetical.
Okay. So, ape.
Cape lived with Essex on his shoulder still, unless Essex wanted to hop off.
No, Essek has given in to his fate at the moment.
Jane.
Bow.
Bow.
Bo, Caduceus. Then we have Ford, Jester, Veth, and Yasha. I remembered my letters.
This is a good order, honestly. Yeah, I
actually
think
not
it's actually
bad.
pretty
Alrighty.
good. Minus the traps that Caleb is definitely not going to find.
Well, we'll get to that.
Well, Essex there.
All right. So, continuing down the extended hall, you can see some of the little pockets in the sides where some of these creatures have been traveling. There's little gaps in the wall, almost like side ducting, where you can see it's kind of broken and their space has been pushed through by where they move. But the hallway continues and then begins into an incline. About 150 or so feet in from this intersection.
I'll add into Caleb this is not the dumbest Caleb has ever been as an animal. So I'm going slow. He's going like,
Apes are very smart.
yeah, he's going real slow and like putting a toe out and feeling and waiting a second and then going because he is scared of blowing up.
Essek is maneuvered behind to kind of like keep any sort of blast radius between, with ape between. Progressing towards where it begins to incline, you can see the incline was not natural. The metallic ceiling above seems to have crinkled upward, like what was once a straight path has been shoved and bent into an upward angle, and as it continues upward, it is uneven. The impact and damage of the city seems to have completely offset what was once a straight path, but it continues at about a 45-degree angle upward, the frost and ice making it a somewhat precarious climb, though you can use the rubble and bits of exposed materials to try and aid you up, but it is a bit of a climb. Do you continue to try and climb up?
Yeah.
I would like everyone to make an athletics check, please.
Okay.
Caleb can take another rider or two, probably.
I'm assuming I'm not so blessed, right? Oh. Oh, that's
11.
Oh, yeah, bless is over.
All right.
I'm going to
athletics.
Give myself some guidance, though.
All right, so 11,
I did not give myself guidance, so 6.
6,
20.
20.
20 also over here.
For athletics? Nice.
Yeah.
Has to be athletics, not acrobatics?
Yes, for this.
Okay.
18.
18, nice. Yeah, this is a very, very, very smooth, icy, slick surface. Acrobatics will not help you here. Beauregard.
19.
19, all right. This is a bit of a challenge, and most of you manage to begin to make the climb as hard as it is, kind of leaping from section of exposed rubble to heavy metal bars that are bent outward and using those to get ahead. Those that rolled lower than a 15, you do stumble back as you lose your grip and lose about 30 or 40 feet upward and do take a little bit of impact damage. Ooh. 12 points of bludgeoning damage for those of you that rolled lower than a 15.
Soften.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Death by 1,000 cuts.
Mm-hmm. Everyone who failed, I need you to roll again.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Okay.
Guidance.
25.
25, alrighty.
Oh, 15.
15, alrighty. And who else failed?
12.
12.
Bad at this.
The two of you managed to, working in tandem, get up there a bit, and as you get towards the rest of the group, most of the way up to where you can see it begins to turn off and open. The hallway, and this is like a 200-foot climb at this angle, just this ice-filled, kind of broken, awkward chamber. Caduceus, you slide back again. You don't go back quite as much this time as you've kind of navigated this now for a second time, but you do take, 4 points of bludgeoning damage, not 2.
Ow.
Caleb's gonna dodge people and hop down and just scoop him up and put him over his other shoulder.
Okay,
Thank you.
Essex's gonna actually, as you begin moving down, Essex's gonna just be like, you go ahead, and just leaps off and is hovering above the ice, unaffected by the slickness. Alrighty, go ahead and make your check for me, please, dear.
18.
18. With that, the whole group manages to get to the very top of this incline, where it begins to even out slightly. Still at a faint incline, but no longer at that full kind of challenging upward climb.
While I'm moving ahead, can I just kind of have an eye out for any other signs of whoever moved through here last? I know it was like the Tomb Takers and Vess, but
Sure, make a perception.
any signs of
You have your goggles
activity?
back on?
I think I got my goggles back from Veth. Yeah.
Yeah, and for those who do not have dark vision, there should be a light source, or you are having a much harder time.
My sword is out.
16.
Mm-hmm.
16.
16.
Okay.
Hard pressed to see much in here with the angle. There isn't like fresh snow, so you would imagine you could probably take a moment and really inspect. But at the challenge of this space, it's really difficult to kind of track anything like that. But once you get to a more smooth area, you can have a look.
Yeah. Okay.
So cresting at the end of this hallway, you can see there's a collapsed gap in the hall before it opens up into another lightless chamber ahead of you. About a 12 to 15 foot gap where it just drops about 20 or so feet before it comes to a gradual close. Like a miniature chasm.
How 20 feet?
About 12 to 15 feet across.
Oh, 12 to 15?
Not too bad. For most people.
What, can we see to the other side?
You can, with the light source you can have, and then you can see that it kind of drops off and opens up into a chamber with no light.
And how deep does the chasm?
That's about 20 or so feet.
Okay, so it's not.
It's not deadly or anything. It's just annoying.
Okay.
Not deadly is code for deadly.
You want me to take a look on the other side?
What is it? It's a 15-foot jump?
Yeah, about 12 to 15 feet.
I can do that.
We could make like a human bridge.
We could.
Or Bo can hold on to some rope and jump across.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, go.
Okay, I'll drop some of the hemp rope that I have. Take one end. Take a nice running, and then.
Go ahead and make an athletics check for me.
Okay.
Banana peel!
This negates the challenge of like
A
this is
natural 20.
without issue. Even with the slickness of the floor here, You don't even leap across. You jump off the wall and find yourself kind of off the wall running on the opposite side without issue.
That's a good idea. That's exactly what I do.
Natural 20. I'll spruce it up a bit. I'll
Yeah.
throw some spice in.
Oh, it comes with me.
Easy enough to do. And even the only one who would have a challenge using the rope would be you and your ape form. But as an ape form, you can
can
practically
leap it.
step across
Can
it
leap
almost.
It's 20 feet across?
No, it's 12 to 15 feet. You can like
Yeah, with a 10-foot run, I can clear it.
super easy. So
So are we all going across, or no? You're gonna scout it out first.
Yeah, I'll do a quick, just a quick goggles on visual pass now that I'm on this side that I'm closer.
okay.
What hit him?
So
Anything? Okay.
once across this gap,
Oh boy.
the hallway levels out slightly and ends and opens into an incredibly massive chamber, challenging to gauge in size because there's a limit to your dark vision, but there is some light in here. And it's hard to tell distance, these little specks. 1,000 feet across? More? Whoa. This is a gargantuan cavern network that you're within, or a massive space beneath. You can see, filling this space below where you stand, a network of glimpses of a sprawling, broken cityscape, faintly lit by a smattering of still glowing luminescent blue and blue-green lights, like a rolling field of fireflies laying still. You can make out pockets of shapes, like structures and towers, some leaning, some fallen to what appear to be streets. You get the sense that this is the entrance to the Praesidus Ward, and beyond, part of this long-buried necropolis that is Aor.
Presidious ward. Okay. Okay. Do I see anything that I can anchor this rope to?
There are weird damaged bits of the wall and heavy stones you could definitely affix this to.
Okay, I'll tie it off.
Okay. With that help, one by one, you guys can make your way across the gap without major issue.
What's at the bottom of the gap if we look down? Anything we can see?
No, it looks almost like when it bent downward, it snapped open and left this gap below that just eventually comes to an end. Like the actual, the base foundation of this hallway then cracked open and left this gap.
Okay.
Yeah, then we'll follow.
All right. You guys are all across, and you see what Beauregard had just seen. Just a faint outline. I mean, it's hard to see with the light of the sword that close by to adjust, but if you darken it ever so slightly, and those who cannot see in the dark let their eyes adjust, you can see this massive, rolling, unnaturally scattered city, mostly in shadow with just those little points of blue and blue-green light kind of thrown about.
Is the blue-green light similar or identical to what was thrown off by the bubbles of people we found in the other Aor ruins?
The blue-green, no.
No.
The blue could very well be.
Okay.
And you see hundreds throughout here, and just enough light pollution from these sources to just basically outline the somewhat jagged, cragulous ceiling of this chamber as well. But you see a whole section of the city below.
And the hallway that opened out into this space, how wide and big is the opening?
It's about 25 feet across and about 20 feet tall.
Is this a better ambush point?
I don't know.
Or
I don't know.
still back where we were?
Certainly a better place to hide.
Well, let's go check it out. There might be more opportunities
The
for...
whole thing?
Let's take a
I
look
don't
at a
know.
bit of it. See what it's about.
Worried that they're gonna just be on our 6. I guess we have a radio, right?
We do.
Okay. How long does it take to set the Intuit charge?
A minute if it's successful. I'll double check that, but I think that's what it is.
There's a caveat. It has to be a
Yeah.
20 arcane.
Yeah, it's got to be me. Well, you have a high
Otherwise, it
arcana too,
becomes
right?
inert for 24 hours. One and done.
I have an okay arcana.
Okay, yeah, 1 minute. Spend 1 minute. Make a DC 20
So
intelligence.
if they
Arcana check.
radioed us right now, we could run back and set them, probably.
Maybe.
Not at this point. That would be that.
We're pretty sure they're not hot on our trail. That was why we did the commune in the first place.
But it's less than, you asked less than a certain amount of time. Which
Less
could be
than a day.
20 minutes or it could be 23 hours. We're also assuming we're absolutely going to hear from our spies, but they could get iced.
100%. Yeah.
And picking... Sorry, I had an idea and I had to share it. Oh, Caleb immediately sits down on the ground, exhausted. Maybe if we move past this point and we try to set the boobies past here, there's so many different directions they can run and scatter where things are a little more contained. Behind us maybe is worth considering. Could we take a break?
Like a short rest?
I'm not doing very well.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's right. He was really injured before he turned into an ape.
Sure.
Gotta pick some cover with some distance as a vantage point. So let's go in further and then take that short rest.
Yeah.
Because we're just at the mouth of this thing.
I'm right on you. I'm going to stay right towards you. If anything looks sketchy, I'm gonna.
Maybe I'll walk by you for a while.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Let's move through here very quietly, very stealthy. We don't want to get into another fight, and ideally we want to leave behind some monsters for them.
Yeah, sure. Leave only footprints. Take only memories.
Oh, wow.
Actually, don't
That's
leave
deep.
footprints.
Did you write that?
I did.
Wow.
Yeah. But also, don't leave footprints.
And then if you leave memories, then people are going to talk about you.
It's true.
That's...
Let's see.
Quite profound.
So what's the
So
plan?
the healing kit only stabilizes somebody that's down. It doesn't like
Correct.
heal anything.
You can take a feat to actually heal hit points with a healing kit.
I see. Okay.
So, yeah, I guess we'll just go into the city and look around.
Yeah.
Big.
It's
Yeah,
very big,
just,
but you can begin the process if you want to.
Walk down the main
Up to you.
thoroughfare.
Okay.
How high is
Oh,
the ceiling
God.
of this
We're gonna get so
giant
many undead
1,000-foot cavern?
So dumb.
You just at a glance, you'd say at places it's anywhere from 60 to 100 more feet tall.
Motherfucker's big. And if it's 1,000 feet deep, roughly how wide?
You don't even know how deep it is. You're guessing because right now,
plus.
with just a very faint bit of light that you can see, it's very hard to really get depth perception in this space.
Let's
Unless
find
we-
a house to hide in, maybe.
Yeah,
Let's
unless-
stay off the main road.
We could do something like that, find a house, and then always have like a scouting party if we don't want to send everybody in.
And I don't think we should go too far. The deeper in we get, it's two people trying to sync up inside of Rexentroma.
They could pass right by us and we wouldn't even know.
Correct.
Yeah, you've lost all advantage at that point.
Correct.
You're
Right.
two people in a maze instead of one looking down on the other.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there like a house, like if we start kind of coming in, is there like even a guard post or a house or something that's
Make
pretty
a
much...
perception check.
All right.
I'll join you in that.
Thank you, Caddy.
Caduceus does not have dark vision, so
I don't have dark
so
vision.
you have disadvantage on this.
I rolled a natural one.
I rolled a 21.
Nice. Well, thank goodness.
Those lights. He's used to seeing firefly lights.
I've been letting it adjust over the last few minutes. I know how dark vision works.
Beginning to pass this threshold into this ward, beyond this tunnel, you can see there are walls around that once probably surrounded this ward, though many of them have fallen in or themselves have had things fall into them. But not more than 30 so feet inward, you can see the beginning of what may have been a neighborhood. There are a dozen or so buildings within this first section, though most of them are fully collapsed. Like, you can see this edge probably took the brunt of the impact of the city, and the city was built to withstand a lot, so the fact that even this much is standing and isn't just a complete mess is a testament to its original construction and or protective wards at the time. But even so, out of these immediate vicinity structures, you only see two that haven't completely collapsed, that have any sort of interior that you could probably walk into with cover.
How do they look? Is there any...
Dubious, but you see one that's a smaller building, maybe a singular story, may have a second story that is sheared off or fell. The other one is most of a second story, but even that you can only see the wall is partial. They have open windows, and one doorway is currently closed. The door is still affixed. The door has been blown out.
Door it is. Are there any signs of previous life? Are there any?
After looking out around, you look down, and on the ground amongst the broken stone and brick and shattered glass, you can begin to see bodies. You see skeletal bodies, long mummified, many crushed in some degree, others incinerated. It looks like the long-forgotten aftermath of a cataclysm.
Eyes of the grave.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, right. Do you have speak to dead
I
prepare?
can do that too, but at the moment I'm doing a 60-foot sweep for undead activity.
Undead giants outside.
Yeah.
As you extend your consciousness into that space between life and death, you breathe a sigh of relief, not sensing anything untoward in between that space.
Good thinking though.
Yeah, let's scoot everybody into this place, give it a little look through, and make sure it's clean and nothing's nesting in it.
Okay.
Caleb is going to, with a bit of phosphorus in his hand, taking a half beat longer than normal, cast dancing lights and bring globules out, but for once they're roughly the same color as the blue that we can see in the distance.
Okay.
So still glowing, but...
Right, but matching the coloration. Okay, fair enough. You all follow towards this structure?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Quietly.
You approach the outside of it. It's, for the parts that are still standing and aren't completely scuffed or, left to absolute ruin, well made. The arch of the door has fine carved filigree around it. It gives you a glimpse that you can imagine one day this was a very beautiful city. A lot of thought and effort went into just the small details to beautify some of these structures. And it's a shameful contrast, juxtaposition between the care that was obviously put into this and the complete destruction that it now lays surrounded by and is part of. The door itself is very fine wood, but as you approach, you can see that it's mostly off one of the hinges, and while it still stands, not by much.
Does anybody know how to mend, out of curiosity?
I do. I have mending.
Let's fix this joint just so this thing doesn't rattle and cause a problem. Maybe I'll hold it up.
Cantrip.
Okay, you hear this faint... As it does, the metal seems to almost pull out against itself, and the broken hinge retethers, pulls the door, shifts right into place.
Good thinking.
I've always wanted to learn how to do that. I just don't have the... I
could teach you.
I'd love that, because
teach you.
my fingers hate that spell. I don't know. It just never works right.
Just take a pottery class.
I've been thinking about it so much.
We'll take a pottery class when all of this
I'd love to, there's an annex that's over in, I've been meaning to...
Is there anything in this house? I will
Pull
look
the door
around.
open, and you begin to look around. Go ahead and make a perception or investigation check, your choice.
Investigation 23.
23, okay. As you carefully make your way in, looking around the space and beginning to inspect, indeed, most of the second floor fell inward. It's because you see there is a staircase that would spiral upward, but the staircase is partially broken and fallen. You can see the space where it went up is now filled with heavy wooden support bars that are just kind of jammed ramshod down from the upper floor. The interior here has furniture scattered about, and once again gives a glimpse of what may have been a nice, kind of family space. You can see what looked to be planters and tables with decor on them that have tipped over and shattered. There's shards of pottery on the ground, and you can see a number of skeletal bodies that are kind of scattered amongst the rubble. One does catch your attention. A little different from the other corpses, similar to one that you had encountered in one of the previous ruins. It looks humanoid, but you can see it pulled apart, and at first glance, it's not mummified like the others. It's metallic with intricate scrolling on it. Where the joints would be, you see almost like a striated dark material, like a rubberish, and it's just pulled apart, and half of the upper floor collapse has pinned and kind of pulled it in twine. You can see the head partially exposed, and it looks like a human-sized head, but the features, it is almost like a metallic smooth helmet with features kind of carved into it, sockets where eyes would be, and a jaw that is pulled off.
Cool.
Robots, y'all. Robots.
Yeah.
Can I fish around in that body for some shiny objects?
Sure.
Or some gears or some cool tech?
Go for it. Go ahead and make an investigation check for that one.
Oh, even better, 28.
28. It's easy enough to pull apart kind of the body, like the upper area where the metallic chest cavity would be. It's partially already pried apart from how it was destroyed. And as you kind of pick it off, you can see in the center of it, amongst all the, it is an odd combination of like arcane tethers and, you know, runic, circular, affixed creations that you don't fully understand, but a lot of it seems pulled and broken. In the middle of it, there is a small orb, a smooth orb that just kind of sits. It's untouched.
Like where the heart would be ish?
Yeah.
Okay. Gonna try to take that.
Okay.
Underneath the ribs?
Yeah, when you pull the chest plate off, you can see it within there. So you go ahead and pull down, and it doesn't take too much. You see that as this chest plate that was on front was kind of what was partially holding it in place, and the other half of its exterior kind of secure cavity is now left open. So you, a little bit of pulling and twisting, pull it free. It's just a little smooth crystal. Doesn't seem to have any color to it. It's opaque, like a cloudy, opaque color, white, I guess, if anything, but just looks like a smooth sphere.
Caleb, when you feel better, maybe you could identify this for me.
Okay. Well, if we stop for a while, I can do that, certainly.
I think this is the place to take just a little while to rest and get
Before
you
we
back
go
to
any deeper.
before we go any deeper.
Wait, Caduceus, remember you asked me for a skull head? Do you think that would work with this?
Well, that one doesn't seem to have a jaw, which is definitely a bit of a problem.
Right, and it doesn't have a soul potentially either.
Well, I mean, who knows?
I don't know how these things work.
I don't know either.
Don't be
I would not
judgmental.
necessarily say no to taking it
Do
with
robots
us.
have souls?
If we have room.
What's a robot?
I mean, that's a good point.
Oh, this is the. I. Got it. This is.
This is the Schwarzenegger.
This is the Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. I would not say no to taking it, though.
The whole body?
They're hot.
An arm and
How would we carry it?
it's true. We don't.
We don't
really
have
have
a bag.
way to carry.
Well, we do.
Would you want to still
Necklace.
do the talkie
grab-
thing with another?
Can't do the talkie thing right now. I don't think.
Is everyone inside the building?
Thought I had taken.
Yes.
Everyone, I believe, unless you.
I will leave the building and look outside.
Oh, no!
No, I was thinking that would smart. We should keep an eye on the
keep watch.
outside of the building.
Just a sentry from the
Yeah.
direction we came.
Okay. All right. So you're keeping watch.
I'm gonna give him guidance on the way out so that I guess for the next
Yeah.
minute, if you
Okay.
do a perception check, you'll get an advantage.
All right. So everyone's taking a short rest then.
Yes, please.
Oh, well, I'm going to take a short rest as well.
Yeah, we can take a short rest while keeping an eye out.
Great.
Yeah.
What do we
Okay.
got?
Essex can use the last of his hit
Hit
dice.
dice it is.
We're doing this? We're doing a real.
So another.
If you wanna
We're
Wow.
waiting an hour.
Hey. Yeah, I know. Hoo hoo hoo.
wanna
Wish
have
I
a have
had
a
like a
have candle.
place that.
Okay. 6 hit dice are spent.
For
It sucks
Essex?
because if I could take, if we could set the trap and then I could try to get a long rest, I would get a 7th level spell back. This glyph is a 7th level spell, so it's like I can do it, but I also won't have a big spell for a big fight. If I can set it now and try to sleep, so if we can find that ambush point stat, then, we could potentially be in a better place.
Come on, give me higher rolls.
Yeah.
I know, it's just these high level spells will come in handy in a big fight. Potentially.
I mean, we're gonna need to rest at some point, right? I'm down with us just continuing to stay fresh.
Yeah. I think it's smart.
Okay, hang on, wait.
I've used all my hit dice and I am not at full.
Oh, no.
Oh, where are you at?
55 of 87.
Ooh.
Like, what's the point of continuing on and just finding more monsters and a potential ambush point when we know we can find something in the place that we've already been through?
That would be my thinking.
Yeah, we definitely don't want to fight in here.
No.
We are in a... Yeah. This
Good to know what we might be fleeing toward,
That was my thinking.
but we
My
have
last question
some
was,
idea
what are those
what
blue and green lights, though?
Like, Ford,
But
you
also-
fought a lot of people in your time at sea, right?
Oh, it's loads of people.
No, but, I mean, didn't they teach you, like, combat maneuvers and stuff when you were, like, I don't know.
It's like ship warfare. I mean, line of sight is everything.
So what would be the best ambush point, in your opinion?
Not here. Anywhere that you can see them before they can see you, and somewhere that you can take cover until they reach your position. I mean, that's the basic point of it. I mean, if we're in this giant 1,000-foot by 1,000-foot cavern and we're in a city, no one has the advantage.
Yeah, they
So the
Except
best
those that
point-
can fly.
The best point still from everything that we've seen so far is that initial
First
cavern,
large cavern,
fall
yeah.
down into the
Unless there's a
brown
feature of this cavern that we can find somehow quickly in the next, I don't know, hour or so, assuming that they don't come and aren't radioed. Otherwise, we'd need to find some sort of a feature beyond this cavern to make a...
Which I don't think is smart to keep wasting time like that.
No,
I think we should just go and set it up there.
I think
Unless
the
Yasha
plan-
wants to fly overhead and see if there's anything that jumps out from a bird's eye view.
But there could also be something that jumps out at a bird's eye view.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's a risk either way.
I mean, the only thing I would think to do, maybe, is to send Frumpkin just on a little walk
That's a
and
really
see
good
further
idea.
in, but that's about all I'd really want to do.
Well, and to your point, with this big sprawling cityscape in the dark, if we are in a bad position and we do need to retreat, coming here and trying to hide, I mean, it would then turn into a little game of hide and seek.
These buildings suck. They suck.
But we fight them there and can flee here.
Yeah.
Maybe we can even find a good hiding spot here if shit really starts hitting the fan
This
and we need
building
to get
right
away.
here, this is a great hiding spot.
I mean, we could make this like our fallback Alamo.
Why are we hiding?
If
In case we start to die and we don't want to run away fully. In case we're carrying dead bodies and fleeing.
Are we fleeing?
Well, just
right
if we
now
need
we're
to go
just- everyone
to
needs to-
here, if we needed to run back and
we need to pull
find a pullback spot.
We're going to murderize them. We're going to destroy them. But if things go south on us, as they are wont to do, I think, please think this out with me, but as you said earlier, sigil high up, out of view where the rope is. They are hurt, they fall, land in a circle of intuit charges, take secondary damage almost instantly, and we are waiting in that salamander chamber.
Can I ask a question? Based on the travels that we had before, that, you know how there was a little, like, crevice that led to the ledge that went down the initial the crawl space, you know, that led to the... How long was that crawl space? Like 15 feet?
If I recall, it was maybe about like 25 to 30 feet.
Couple bodies lengths.
Yeah.
So yeah, so if we put the sigil on the edge, like, of the crawl space when you're first looking down, and what sets it off is somebody looking out, it would hit... I mean, it would hit whoever was up there, or whoever, like, first took it down, and then anybody waiting up top would also be hit because it's a 60-foot radius.
You know, there's always a chance, even though they've been here before, they're smart and send one person ahead just to see if anything's changed.
Sure, but they could wait on the outside of that crawl space. They would still be hit.
Totally.
Even if it was one at a time. If
They just won't fall, and they just won't hit the stacked intuit
Exactly, they won't
charges,
hit.
and that'll all be wasted.
And
And
just one more thing to remember about the intuit charges is they will go off once someone comes within 60 feet, so they need to be spaced properly.
right.
Right. Okay, so there's the plan of putting the sigil on the edge of the crawl space.
That was just
There was
an option.
one-
the other
yeah.
one would be like
The
you could put it
intuit
right
charges.
down as soon as they come down on the ground.
And then put the right, because if we put, there was the idea of floating the intuit charges.
Sidebar, what do we think they're looking for? Not that I don't love talking about this booby trap. What do we think they're looking for when they get here? Where are they going? Have we figured that out yet?
They have a
They're going
place
to
to
the South
cross
Nova
over.
Mode. They're trying to get.
And we
to
haven't
Nova.
figured that out where that is.
No.
We don't know if it's
Wow.
left, straight, right. Why aren't we trying to fly above this thing and see something? Because we're afraid of something jumping out? We're going to have to take risk at some point.
I'd say fly just the way. I mean, I agree.
I would fly, but I've done it already.
Flying to just around this area? This
Yeah,
is
it's
not.
a massive space with a bunch of cityscapes.
This isn't
There's
where
gotta
we're
be
going.
something that jumps out.
Well,
a
we're-
door, a wall, a well, a hole, or something.
I'm assuming we have to cut through here in order to get to the empty blank space where they're trying to
Sure,
get to.
we
have to
can. We
cut
can
through.
look. Are we? Sorry, Ford. Are we looking around for an ambush point in this city, or are we looking for the Somnovum place?
Anything, features, where else they might be coming from, where they might go to, things that we could utilize. If we know which direction they're going to head in, then we can check to see if there is another choke point that's not the one in the beginning.
Just it's spending time exploring. That's the only thing. We're spending all this time exploring. If we can set the sigil, set the trap, maybe take a long rest, and hopefully, get our stuff back in that 8 hours before they get here, then we'll be fresh. Or we can spend all the time looking for another ambush point, and definitely won't be fresh.
But what you could
I
do,
think we're all on the
because
same page.
there could be 7 different exits from this chamber that this city is inside of. So we might not find the way. There could be many options. We could turn my cat into some sort of like a bat or some kind of flying creature to just do a circle to get the lay of the land here, or one of us could do it.
Yeah, I gladly can do it. I just want to make sure we all know what we're doing.
I'm curious what these blue and green things are. I
Blue.
think we should.
I don't think we should. Yeah.
And I'm not saying we all go over, but I think sending my cat to take a look.
I think
not a
that's.
bad
I
idea.
think having
Sure.
a
We
cat
need
just
to
take a
check
look.
the lights and
So if
And
we
then
don't,
somebody fly up.
I
and
can
look
do
for
I can do
another-
a look around.
all right.
You can fly for 10 minutes, 1 minute.
I can fly for 1 minute.
Great. That's
Okay.
So I can see a lot in a minute.
Are you sure you don't want to save that in case shit hits the fan?
I mean, the reason I like saving it is because when I do it, you can do extra
Then
damage.
don't
And then
use
don't.
it.
But
Yeah, save it, save it.
But I mean, it's also it takes an action to do it. So
No, save it.
Save it. It's only for a minute. You're not going to be able to explore. I have no more polymorphs. I've used up all my 4th level spells.
One safe way to do it is: are you prepared to make yourself invisible right now?
Sure, I can just run around.
No, I could make you fly while you're invisible.
Okay, or
You
that.
could
Oh, yeah, that's
quietly
good.
fly all over the place.
Grab
But you're
the
the
dog,
person
drop
who is the quietest.
I'd honestly trust that more than your cat. No
Yeah.
offense.
Yeah. Plus, can put on the goggles, get good perception, and go.
Not
Absolutely.
the most perceptive.
Well, you're better than the
person.
cats. Let's be honest.
Okay, if anyone can
Aren't
boost
you
my
great at investigating?
investigating.
That's what you're doing.
No, I'm perceiving from the sky.
Are we resting here or we're gonna keep going?
We don't know.
Taking a rest.
We don't know yet.
I mean, it's an hour-long short rest,
Yeah.
so this conversation, I'm assuming, is happening during that hour.
yeah.
So there's still time of the hour.
Okay.
Our most perceptive person is Caduceus.
I'm pretty perceptive.
I can probably make him, or Yasha, either one. I can turn them invisible, and
A
you
lot
can
of us
make
are
them fly.
perceptive. It's who can be
Quiet.
quiet also.
Right. Which is why we could even just have like a stealth duo go out and
But
just
I
do
can-
a little scout.
No, we need to fly.
I can.
Fly.
We don't need
I'll
to
touch
wander
For the big
city.
picture.
I'll touch Yasha. I'll make her invisible. You touch her, make her fly, then she can go
Be
all
quiet
over
as
the place.
fuck, Yasha. Go find
We
something.
need a drone. We need a drone.
We all know that I am very quiet. History has
Are you?
Or Caduceus, how's your stealth?
quiet.
So it's
What
either
about you?
either me and you get total great stealth,
You're
but
high
lousy
perception. You're pretty good stealth, right?
My perception's okay. My investigation's better. My perception's okay. My stealth is plus 10. It's whatever.
Perception is
Plus-
plus 10?
No, my stealth is. My
That's
perception
great.
is plus 4.
I vote cat. Does anybody else have a?
Oh,
No, the cat can't see. The cat's just to
just
go look at a
perception.
light,
Dummy.
and that's it.
One.
fuck.
So
My perception's
What's your
not a-
stealth, Yasha?
Plus 3?
And your perception is?
Plus 5?
Oh.
Wow.
Okay.
then we should use
Investigation
bow.
Way
plus-
better than
Yeah,
me.
go then.
What about Bo?
Yeah.
She's got pretty good perception, pretty good stealth.
She get a bless.
Yeah.
I'm a 10-5. I still have 10 perception.
Oh, that's-
Oh, well,
Okay,
then
I might be
Caduceus
late.
is
Oh, that's
probably the best.
fucking amazing. That's even better.
Okay, then
Yeah.
10
Caduceus,
perception,
yeah.
5 stealth?
Yeah. All right.
I mean,
Talking about?
come on.
Are you nuts? That's amazing.
Get out of there. Let's send Caduceus out. Fly around.
I'm in a 3 and a 1 over here. Or 2.
This is what I'm good at, apparently. All right, I'll take a look around.
All right, I will make you.
I'll need the goggles.
All right. I toss you the
Oh,
goggles.
boy.
I will make you invisible.
Don't stretch out the elastic. Like, adjust it a little. Your head's a
late.
lot.
Okay.
Oh.
I'd recommend casting the fly spell before invisibility, since you have to see the target.
Sure.
Producers.
Okay, wait, and
Don't
then
try and
before
be a hero.
invisibility, I'll waste this spell as well, and cast Owl's Wisdom on you.
Thank you. That gives me.
In every
Advantage.
campaign, we need at least
On
one
wisdom.
flying cow.
So you'll get advantage on any perception. Oh wait, perception, yeah, advantage on any perception check.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. You're flying, you're invisible, you're fabulous.
You've done fly?
Yes.
I'm casting invisibility. I'm
I will-
going
I will-
to touch you in a sort of a creepy way.
We'll make some sound and some light if
My
things
sword
go
is
wrong.
glowing, so when you want to come back, that's where we are.
So,
Wait, I want to do
have
this.
an hour.
I want to do this Caleb style.
Do it as fast
I
as-
take out an eyelash and some gum arabic and smash them together in my palms and spit in it. That's just for flavor and smash it on your head.
Yeah.
Okay, you're now
Pretty
invisible.
shit, though.
I'm gonna do this jester style. I'm gonna take out my paintbrush and I'm gonna paint another mustache on you. There you go.
I look
I
like a character
cast
from
fly at 3rd level.
Shay.
Perfect.
Shay.
No, Caduceus, your eyes adjust to the dark vision as you adjust to the mash that was placed on your on your body by Veth. As you begin to shimmer and vanish, you can still see your form, but you can see kind of the somewhat translucent energy over it as you begin to also lift off the ground in an uncomfortable way that you're not fully used to.
Like the first time on a flight harness.
Yeah, you just start drifting a little bit to one side and catch yourself, but nevertheless you can fly invisibly while feeling quite wise.
All right, let's. I'm gonna head out and start seeing if I can find get a lay of the land. See if I can find any of those strange blue and green glowing lights. Not get too close, but get a sense of them.
And look for the entrance to the Somnovum Water.
Any entrances or
And also ambush points, choke points.
I don't know what any of that is. But
And also
sure.
any snacks.
Yeah.
I know what that is. If I see snacks, I will identify them immediately.
You see the concession ward or,
silver rolls,
you know.
any kimonos. Right.
Silk Road,
Word, you know.
food court,
Express, no way.
KB toy store,
Oh, my favorite.
Okay.
Ooh, they have
Sharper.
sparrows.
sharper image for massage chairs. We can all get a quick
I love
share.
those.
$20 for a 15-minute massage? Hell yeah.
Worst small ever. All right.
As you
Like 2 inches spread.
take off into the air above, it's astonishing, one, to be able to see clearly around you the neighborhood structure. You can actually see kind of how the streets are arranged, and almost like a capillary system at this distance. As you pull up, you can see what was once the close buildings becomes what was once the thrum of a living city. All sorts of odd structures fallen and collapsed, vehicles that are broken. The first thing that catches your attention and the first source of light is a pale blue light and 2 green lights from within what looks to be some sort of larger circular structure, much larger than everything else nearby. And it's a few hundred feet away from the building where everyone else is resting. Go ahead and make a perception check for me with advantage.
25.
You coast up and above it, and quickly you can make out this was some kind of amphitheater.
Oh.
You can see what looks to be a seating arrangement that descends towards the center. You can see what was a raised dais in the center with what looks to be podiums and seating spaces, though it is now partially fallen in, and the podium in the center is now kind of at an odd angle and cracked. You can see in the middle of that space is a very bright blue glow, and that bluish-green glow you can see kind of scattered on 2 different points on the ground. Do you want to get closer?
Let's get a little closer, see what I can see from above.
Make a stealth check.
I'm imagining
With advantage because you are invisible.
as a Furbolg Owlman right now.
22.
22. Silently, you coast through the air, the musty, long left still atmosphere, catching your sinuses. As you push closer and closer to the light, you get a glimpse down. There's the pale greenish blue light looks to be remaining light sources, like magical lanterns that once lit portions of the city. Who knows if their magic has faded over time? They don't brightly light a space here. It's almost like it's at the end of its long-held arcane lifespan, just giving this very dull, barely there outline to everything around it. The blue light is much brighter. And
those are the green.
That was the green.
All right.
The green blue, kind of almost teal turquoise lights. The blue light is much brighter and is right next to where that podium is in the central dais. As you coast closer to that space, you can see now in this Colosseum, this amphitheater, numerous corpses, hundreds of them. This space was full when the cataclysm came.
Oh.
You can just see hundreds upon hundreds of mummified bodies thrown to the ground. Some that have fallen to the rubble, some that were struck down by something upon their impact. But it is just this still ghost of what must have been momentarily a chaotic scene as a populace attempted to run screaming before they were silenced and left to drop where they stood. And in the middle, you see that bright blue light is a glowing dome, just like the one that you encountered in the ruins previously in Islecross.
Yeah, frozen?
Like insects frozen in amber, yeah.
You aren't close enough to get any details from the interior. You'd have to get pretty close to that dome and inspect it, but you could try if you'd like.
Questions just for fun. Does Eyes of the Grave count as a spell? So if I bounce it, will I lose flight or invisibility?
Eyes of the Grave is an ability, it is not a spell.
So I can just use that and that's fine.
And it's your spell.
Just gonna give it a little,
If he doesn't.
just gonna see if any of this stuff is iffy that I can see.
Okay. You get down within a space where you feel like you're getting a comfortable vicinity around where you're intending to travel. Nothing.
Everything's quiet?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing moving? Above me as well?
Above you as well.
Just get a little closer, not too close, but I want to see how, I want to inch closer until I can get some kind of idea of what might be inside this blue dome. How close would I have to get to actually see inside of it?
You have to get right next to it.
Oh.
Or like, at least within like 5 or so feet.
I'll slowly edge towards it to see. Nothing happened last time we saw one. I'll slowly edge towards
Okay.
it.
Make a perception check.
28.
Okay. That's pretty high. Looking at the interior of this dome, you can just make out the shapes beyond a singular humanoid figure. As your eyes begin to clarify between the patterns, the still kind of shifting patterns, like the rainbow light that dances across an oil slick, the blue still kind of shifts and slightly moves in its own magically sealed dome. Glancing within this, you see what looks to be a human woman in a powerful stance. Arms out in front, looks like they are in the midst of some sort of incantation, mouth open, shouting an intent, very, very officious look to her. She is dressed in a multi-layered, prestigious-looking cloak and mantle with details and tethers and tassels, decorated to appear of great import. Her hands in the midst of kind of pressing the spell outward, shouting, and locked in whatever moment she last had.
Weird technical question as I back up from this. I see where she's facing, and I see where she seems to be concentrating her attention to, whatever spell she was going to cast. Can I tell, looking at the crowd, what they were afraid of? Like, can I tell from the crowd what, like, where
Make
they're...
an investigation check for me.
Mother...
This is sussing out patterns. This is straight up investigation.
That's
her
fair.
form inside that bubble looks preserved, or
What's what?
does her form in that bubble look preserved, the silhouette, or
It, from what you can tell, looks preserved. Not like anything else around.
Yeah, it's stasis.
15.
15?
This is just like trying to get a read of the crowd.
Right.
What were they?
Yeah,
what were they running from?
The crowd is a bit scattered directionally. It looks like there was just chaos, pandemonium. You do not get the sense that they were running from this central figure.
or that they were facing, like, what I was hoping for was, did it seem like she was confronting something or confronting them? If that makes sense. It's hard to tell, I know.
It's hard to tell. It really is.
Man, I rolled a 15.
I know.
It's so hard.
With your perception, what you do gather is next to where the dome is, you can see, like, there are bodies that have slumped over the edge of the dais and kind of fallen, like just legs left up there, but the rest of the body just rotted and fell to the ground. You do see another one of those mostly metallic humanoid figures. This one much more intact, though it looks like one of its legs is heavily damaged and shredded. You can see its chest is partially pulled open in the front, but its head is intact to its shoulders, its arms are intact, and it looks like it has some decoration to it. Something that kind of connects the decoration between the figure in the dome and this particular mechanical being.
Well, I'm going to pull back for a little while now, and I'm going to try and just do kind of a lazy sweep to see if there's anything that appears to be an exit from this city or any other important building. I know how much time I have.
Okay. You begin to coast around. The fly lasts for how long?
An hour.
An hour, okay. Invisibility lasts for an hour as well, I believe. And her spell lasts for an hour.
No, sorry, 10 minutes.
I was about to say 10 minutes then. So you're
10 minutes.
You've been here, you've been out there for about 6 or so minutes. So
Start to feel it go, or?
No, but you're quietly counting and knowing that you only have 10 minutes. You're make an intelligence check for me. Which, by the way,
I did too.
Fly is second level spell. Fly is at third level.
Third level
correct?
spell.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just checking.
10.
Great.
10. Alrighty.
Again, it's great for me.
You probably have about 4 more minutes of this.
Okay, I'm gonna take a lazy way back to the house. So I'm just gonna sort of I'm not gonna head back the way I did. I'm just gonna sort of try and take a new path and keep an eye out for anything unusual, anything.
Okay. Glancing through, there are hallways and such that exit from the middle of this amphitheater, themselves also lined with bodies. Eventually you find your way back to the main thoroughfare on the exterior that leads back to where the rest of your team awaits, and you can glide above and head back. Is there anything else you want to do with these final minutes, or?
Yeah, I want to go. First of all, does it seem like there are tracks on the main thoroughfare from things that have been moving through it, or?
You'd have to get real close and inspect.
I'm gonna get real close and inspect.
Go ahead and make a perception or investigation check.
How you even ask is beyond me. 24.
24. There are some tracks. You can see what looks to be old humanoid footprints. You know, it's one thing you do notice, and you guys have been here a little bit, but you're noticing it more the further in you go. The cold seems to dissipate compared to where it was previously. Almost like the ruin itself has a warmer
Central heat.
atmosphere, kind of. Or at least whatever cold temperatures beset Eiselcross don't pierce quite as deep as this ruin is. You're uncertain as to which is the cause for this, but where the entire arrival here was dusted with frost and ice, this kind of, this sub-zero winterscape, this ruin, the ice is slowly dissipating the further in you go, and this amphitheater only has a coldish energy to it, but no real ice. So it's easier for you to see these footprints, but unable to tell how recent they would be necessarily.
Sure.
There are
inhuman ones.
There are a few inhuman ones.
Monstery looking things.
Yeah, but you're uncertain how old they are. You've encountered creatures, so you know other creatures live here, whether they be Aoran in original origin or not. But you're uncertain.
I'm going to gently take a path off the main thoroughfare, looking through. Like I'm going to take my path back to the house off the main thoroughfare, just at roof level, just to sort of see what this place looks like from just a bird's eye view.
Did you get a high vantage point too?
I did.
You already went high up? Okay.
Yeah.
And you just saw like some of the neighborhoods in this space, and there are larger, officious-looking buildings. Some that are still intact, many that are fallen in. Even at this distance, even with your great perception, the only light that you can go by beyond the dark vision 60-foot radius is whatever very faint light is emanated from these blue and blue-green dots around there, so you can just make out basic shapes. You can't get a full lay of this mostly dark terrain, unfortunately. But you take in the shape, and you kind of get a basic idea of what this looks like. And to your credit and the high perception rate, you gather, getting a better kind of perspective for the depth, this is probably about 1,500 to close to 2,000 feet across before this chamber's other wall comes to a close.
And I haven't seen any exits other than the one we got through in the chamber.
You can't even see the other wall either. You can't see any other exits because all you can see is a neighborhood. Like you were too far away from any side to see where it ends. If this is the end of it, if it continues on, you just know that that's where you think the next sign of a wall may be.
Gotcha. All right, I'm just gonna take a careful look through that neighborhood and through the back alleys, and then head home.
Okay, you're getting close. You are cruising back towards where your friends are awaiting you, and as you are drifting, you fall the last 15 feet. You did not quite time the end of the spell properly.
Is the flight or the invisibility?
The flight.
That was that old intelligence 10 roll.
Yeah, unfortunately.
You're good. You're good. Tuck and roll.
You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage. It's a small fall.
Ankles, knees, hips.
But you kind of like go from this graceful to whoop, under the ground and kind of catch yourself a bit.
Catch myself, put my back towards the wall, look around to see if anything goes irritated by that.
Perception check.
26.
26. Nothing. You think?
I'm still invisible, right?
You are still invisible, yes.
I'm going to very gently make my way back to the house.
Make a stealth check for me, please. With advantage.
God damn! Where are these rolls when I'm fighting? 22.
22, okay. Gingerly you make your way through the streets, avoiding loose rubble and anything that might give away your location if tumbled into or past. Quietly, you eventually approach Ford, who's keeping watch on the exterior, and you meet up with the rest of your team.
See anything?
No!
Shouldn't do that. We're trying to be stealthy.
Caduceus? You're still invisible.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it seems like the smart thing to do.
Can you drop your invisibility?
I don't know, actually. I'm not sure if I can.
Caduceus is back.
I don't know if I want to find out. I think I'll just enjoy this for a little while.
What'd you find out?
Well,
We say as the door opens.
and that's what I saw.
So
Wow, we need that lady. She sounds powerful.
We've seen that blue dome before, but did we try to dispel it or cure it or break it or...
I don't think we tried to dispel it, did we?
we tried to hit it, didn't we?
I tried with your judge, right? Magician's judge.
Oh, that's right.
I can't remember if
Climbed
we
up it to get
tried to dispel it or not.
Oh, that's right, we climbed up on top.
So it's solid.
And the people that we saw in the bubble before, were they also wearing fancy robes and looked nice and looked
They looked
powerful?
mid-run. They didn't look like
They were
in
like,
the...
yeah, they were running.
Yeah.
They were
Yeah.
running. It
It
looked
looked like somebody else cast it on them or
Oh,
something.
that's
I don't
true,
think
yeah.
it's a crazy
probably
idea to
just
try and,
whoever
speaking of
was
things
within
like we could use, I don't think it's a crazy idea to
radius.
try and
Like,
get...
I'm gonna jump forward 2,000 years in time. Bubble.
No,
It's
it's just
somebody
a
else
quick-
shot a...
Emergency action from a high-level caster, probably.
Unless this is some sort of weird side effect of the beacon that we assume was maybe here vanishing, keeping them in some sort of protective stasis for those that are
I know,
consecuted.
guys, I know this is really important to talk about, but we
Why are
also...
you doing that? Why are you doing this? What is this?
Because I'm being secretive.
Oh, okay.
We also need to... We need to eat a hero's feast.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Okay,
It takes an hour to consume.
I have a
Lasts for how
plan.
long?
24 hours.
Okay.
Can I pitch my plan?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Before you pitch, Caduceus, wherever you are in the room, you saw no exits of the city?
no.
Okay. No good ambush points?
I don't know what that would be.
You made it to the other end of the cavern?
There wasn't enough time, but I saw where the cavern ended. I just couldn't get a good look at it. But
Okay, what's your pitch? What's your pitch?
Okay, we know Caduceus is not your Caduceus. Oh Lord. We know Lucian's end game, and that is to get to wherever he's going. We don't know much more past this point of the direction of how to get there. We put the Intuit charges up under to where they're floating, have that ambush point in the chamber that we talked about. Your sigil on the ground, hopefully Intuit charges poof, they fall, hit your sigil, we ambush. We have this spot here as our fallback place. If things are starting to go bad, we can just keep pulling back, maybe even keeping them at the distance, kiting them, fighting them at a distance as much as we can. We can fall back here, try and hide, and hopefully that they don't see us, and then maybe we can reverse the tides to where if they decide to keep moving, then we can be the ones that are following for once.
There's one technical issue. The charges do not float any higher than 3 feet off the ground, so they can't float over the lip. They'd have to be in that passage, or what I was thinking was at the bottom of the fall.
I like the bottom.
Oh, yeah, at the very bottom of the fall. That's good. So we put the sigil up top. Hopefully they fall. I could also put the sigil halfway down the chamber, so maybe it'll get a couple of them as it hits down there.
Yeah.
Because you said it's 60 feet, and it makes them incapacitated?
The one I would do, yes.
So then they could hopefully fall,
Yeah.
take the full blast of the
Yours
Intuit
is
charges.
Pain, right?
Pain is what I was going to
And
use,
it would
yes.
incapacitate them?
Yes, it incapacitates them in excruciating pain.
Okay. Into it stuns them as well, right?
And
So
does a bunch
anybody
of
that
psychic
lands-
damage, right?
10d10.
Okay.
And it only, Intuit charges only hit the people that we want it to hit? It doesn't hit everybody within the radius?
It's psychic damage to anyone within 60
Anyone.
feet, so we need to be out.
I think it's within
It
300.
triggered-
No, it's within 300.
Oh, you're right,
300
right.
feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing on the fallback, and just as long as we're cognizant of it,
I think we should.
fleeing to this fallback point means going up that 150-foot incline that has a bunch of slippery checks and then jumping over a 15-foot chasm that some people may or may not do. Just as long as we're cool with that.
You're not wrong. The
I mean, we
rope
can
is
also
still
use
there.
that T junction as a fallback point. You can throw a bunch of the people that like to get up close and bang aren't going to have a lot of fun, but
Yeah.
people that can shoot down a hallway can. You just have to stay away.
Away.
Matt, I have a question. I'm out of character. So I had Globe of Invulnerability before I ever got Allura Staff. Now I also have it. Would I know enough from the spell and the staff and the Intuit charges, which I've studied for a while, if the effect of the charge would be powerful enough to break through the protective shell of the Globe of Invulnerability?
Make an Arcana check for me.
I have one more. Ambush pitch.
You do?
18.
It's an Aoran sourced technology, which is beyond most of your understanding. It is not a spell that it's emitting, though it is magical in nature. It's a gamble.
Right.
Before we do your pitch, just a point of clarification, we should really walk 300 feet to the bottom of that tunnel because I think it's farther back than we think. That room was only, 100 feet wide?
Approximately, yeah.
So you're going to have to add, 250 feet away from that for it to not
Which
hit
means
us.
going in to attack
Way
them is
past
going to be
that.
very hard.
That's why, like the glyph, we won't even be able to take advantage of the fact that they're incapacitated.
So wait, from the bottom drop point
You'll get a little bit if the Intuit
to like
ceiling,
that
but-
T intersection, how far is that?
That's about, I'd say, 250 feet.
Okay. And then that drop point is the center of the room.
Correct.
What if we were in the mansion?
That's fair. We wouldn't know what's going on outside though.
Or the dome.
Oh, but you have.
Yeah,
things.
Will the dome
The
protect us
dome.
from the
The dome
psychic
protects us
damage?
through-
It will.
Blast.
I think so.
Yeah.
It stops
Well, you
everything.
could do
It stopped
the.
an ancient
Oh my
weapon.
gosh, we could do that. You have the
Make an
arcane
Arcana
gate.
check.
He has
Yeah,
the arcane
please.
gate, so we could set the Intuit charges.
Make an Arcana
Put the
check.
arcane gate right there, and then after it hits, then we bamf in 300 feet
That's cool too.
and just all run through the door
That's way better.
That is cool too.
if you have it
26.
available.
26.
Long rest anyway.
If we get the long rest, I don't know if we're going to.
Once again, you don't understand much of the basis of the creation of these Aoran devices. It is beyond any of your study, beyond just the bits and pieces that you've seen and put together. It's very, very powerful what these devices do, and the dome is a powerful spell for its level. You're uncertain So it's a gamble.
I was thinking the doors too. I think the magic doors is the way
The
to go.
doors
Parking
and
it.
good idea.
That was a great
I
idea.
have to do it as soon as they hit it. Can't leave it up.
Okay. Well, yeah, as soon as they hit it.
We'll know
Yeah,
when
yeah.
it gets hit.
Will you be able to see 300 feet away?
It depends if
Or you could hear.
this depends if there's line of sight from that point.
Right.
If it turns at all, then no. But if we hear it or go off, or somebody's like, ah, run up.
This hallway, it is in places, like as I described before, parts are collapsed in and there are bars halfway through. It would take a high perception check to be able to get line of sight through it. It's a straight hall, but a lot of it's been kind of, a lot of it's been shoved off its axis from the impact. It's heavily damaged. So I just will say, you can go back and check, but it's a challenging, a challenging view. And even then, you do not have, there's no light source, and you do not have the ability to see beyond 60 feet of dark vision. So.
Right. That you can see. That's true.
Unless we put the Intuit charges
That would cancel that out. I need to be able to see it.
up top higher.
Like a balloon on the ceiling.
Could always just tape them to the wall.
Yeah, like almost.
Or we can just keep exploring.
Just keep
I
going.
really want them to go off at this within moments of each other to drop
Or we keep
people.
going.
The more we explore, the more time we waste, the less we'll be able to rest. That's my only
I
thing
agree
that I'm
with you.
saying.
No, I'm with you.
Because I would love a hero's feast.
I mean, we definitely need to do that before.
Less
And
than
we
12
also-
hours is what we have, right?
Well, less than 24 is all we know.
Yeah.
And I mean, we could get interrupted in the middle of our night's rest.
Again.
I'd love to keep looking, but
Again.
that room is huge. 1,000 by 1,000 is nuts.
I think the traps should take precedence
Yeah.
to the hero's feast, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Lay
we
the
go.
traps,
Yeah.
eat the
go.
feast, go to sleep.
Once
Yeah.
the traps are set, they just last
24 hours.
24 hours. It's pretty good.
What about the
hers,
Intuit
and
charge?
her stays up. Her
Mine is
sigil,
indefinite.
indefinite.
It stays until it's triggered.
The Intuit charge stays for.
24 hours, I think. I'm
I
going to
don't
check.
think it's 24 hours.
Well, I'm going to read it.
It's 24. Wait.
You have made us nervous. Well done, Matt.
Who's nervous?
Made us so nervous.
I keep catching myself like holding my breath.
Just arm.
Yeah.
Arms itself in 1 minute. Oh, in 1 minute.
Next one. So you can get away from it.
It doesn't say how long
Doesn't say
it lasts,
anything about the.
but it
duration.
lasts. It could be indefinite.
Until it's triggered.
Well, it's proximity based, right? Or until
Well,
you trigger
you
it.
can choose either to have it remote detonation, in which case it's within an hour,
Okay.
or,
Right, but
or proximity based.
There's nothing's mentioned on it.
Proximity based, it becomes a marked
mine.
mine
Yeah.
until it's set off.
It's pretty good.
It is pretty good.
What do we think? Time's a ticking.
And if
Also-
somebody gets within 60 feet of it, it sets it off, but the charge hits everybody within 300 feet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
But if we set them at the bottom of the rope and they're falling, they're going to get hit with it when they're up. So it's not a straight line. Just factor that into your thinking. We should go explore the rest of that because we're putting all our eggs into this chamber basket, yeah? So
Seems
we
like
should
it.
know it fully.
Yeah, let's go back.
All right, so you guys are going to trek back and begin to plot out what you wish to do.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll go ahead and bring the map out here once we take a break.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Break
map.
time.
Okay.
Yeah,
It has been a while.
Been going for a
How
couple
long?
hours here.
Yeah.
So,
Jeez Louise.
so we're going to go ahead and take a break here. We'll come back, we'll give you guys some better examples of what you're working with, and then we'll see what you guys plan to do. So we'll see you here in a few minutes.
Dwarvenite. The most precious substance among dwarven smiths. Able to absorb the very spirit of the craftsman. Thus infused, it becomes nearly indestructible. Able to forge heirlooms that will last for generations. Pure Dwarvenite. Now you can get your hands on this legendary substance with the new Dungeon of Doom. Available now at dwarvenforge.com.